another Slay the Spire stream. I'm your host, Vegetablebread, and today we're going to be starting off with a Watcher run. Ooh, Watcher. So purple and floaty. Usually going to do a boss relic swap for Watcher. It's also a colorless card, 3 potions, or 18 damage for a rare card. 18 damage for a rare card is one of the best, or for choose a rare card, is one of the best Neo options, with like damage for a rare relic and such. But we are playing Watcher, so we're probably going to do a boss relic swap. Let's go ahead and take a look at the map real quick. I don't know what we would see on the map that would change our mind, but I would like to see where the pathing is going to end up. I like this double question mark, 3 fight, and a fire before the elite bit. Pans out, gets to 3 elites. It's possible we choose to take an extra fire and a mega elite if we don't want to go to the shop. The shop is a little bit awkward. Maybe we want to go a different direction. We could go this path, or actually this path, to get a 3rd fight for the elite. And then still get 3 elites. Gets 1 less fire. And it's not clear what we gain out of taking that 1 less fire. So I think this right path is pretty much perfect. The late shop is the only thing that's awkward, but the late shop we have to do if we want to get 3 elites. I guess we could do this through here and get 3 elites, one of which is a mega elite. That still goes through a shop, though, so we're just going through a late shop. There's nothing we can do about it. Runic Dome, okay. I feel like we've had a lot of Runic Dome runs recently. Alright. Well, this fight is 100% predictable, so he's not attacking this turn. Next turn he'll be doing 6, and then 11, and then more. Since he's hitting for 6, we can just double block it, or triple block it, I suppose. I think I'll risk it. He's hitting for 22 this turn, so we're hoping to kill him, but we did kill him. Not a lot of really good options for the... Why is late shop awkward? If it's late, we will have some gold. Yeah, I mean, it's not super awkward. Honestly, if it were later, it would be less awkward. But we're not actually going to have that much gold. Assuming these question marks don't give us gold, assuming it's like Shining Light or Scrap Ooze or something, we'll only have gold from 3 fights and an elite by the time we get here. So, like, we're not going to have, like, 300 gold. We'll have, like, 200 something. So it's like, it's a doable shop, but not ideal. It's kind of a waste of a floor. I kind of like Act 1s that either do a question mark into an optional shop, where if that question mark has Serpent or Shrine of Gold, you can take a curse and get rid of it immediately. Or Act 1s that just have no shop. Hey, Dwindling Storm. Yeah, we just got started. We just did floor 1 after doing a boss swap, so we were right here at the beginning. I like Third Eyes a lot. Empty Mind is okay, kinda. And Evaluate is also here. I guess I'll just take a Third Eye. I don't know. It's too bad to not see any attacks here. But Watcher has more trouble blocking than she does doing damage, so I think picking a block early is most reasonable on Watcher of any character. Hey, Sir Animal. Ooh, our question mark is a fight. That's odd. Doing good. I think we're mostly looking for like eruption-y lethals next turn. We'll set him up so that he dies to eruption specifically. Although that's assuming we're not getting weakened, yeah. And we are. And we didn't even find eruption, so there you go. I guess we'll just kill him and double defend. Eruption Strike would need to do 29 damage, which it doesn't, so we won't do that. Strike is lethal for next turn, and we'll block out. Okay. Well, that was our last easy pool fight? No, that was only our second easy pool fight. Okay. Wheel Kick seems like the obvious pick here. How is the game treating you so far? It's going good. I did another sort of big metagame rework over the last week or two. So it should be more or less in the final form now. It's a little bit, whatchamacallit? A little bit fake still, but pressure points is here. That's true. Pressure points we could use to do damage. If pressure points was the only damage card here, I'd probably take it, but it isn't. It's up against Wheel Kick, which is one of the best Watcher cards. So I don't think we're ever taking pressure points over Wheel Kick. I do enjoy me a good pressure points deck, but I think I did pressure points with my last Watcher run, so I'm not gonna go for a floor 2 pressure points this time. Oh my gosh, a surprise shop here too? Ugh, this is gross. These question marks went about as badly as possible. A fight in a surprise shop. Gross. We're losing Waffle for the run, so we can't hope for that later. Oh my god, 6 pressure points. I guess we'll take like a cut-through fate. Can't take Establishment either. Could go Wave of the Hand. We can't quite afford Wave and Cut Through Fate. We also can't afford Cut and Carter Move. Is Trip a pick? Trip definitely could be. Vulnerable is pretty good on Watcher. Get that 4.5 multiplier with Divinity. Vulnerable plus Wheel Kick is not for 60 damage. Oh, you mean in Wrath mode? Yeah, in Wrath mode it is. We need this upgraded too. But Vulnerable also helps peel off artifact charges for the eventual Talk to the Hand, which you're always hoping for. I kind of want to buy a potion here, but these potions are kind of garbage. Upgrade pot. Oh wait, this isn't an upgrade. That's a plated armor pot. Yeah, these are really bad. I guess Distilled Chaos is okay. Distilled Chaosing into a Wheel Kick is kind of nuts. But Distilled Chaos into Eruption can get us killed, so it doesn't seem good. If I could afford Cut Through Fate Carter Move, I think I'd probably do that. Being 3 gold off of that is upsetting. I guess we could afford Sanctity Carter Move, but Sanctity is just not that strong. I guess Sanctity with Wheel Kick is just a ton of card draw. But we'd be removing a strike and adding another defend, basically. And we've already picked a 3rd eye, so I don't know if we can really afford to load up on defensive skills. I believe it's Guardian? No, it's Slime Boss. I was wrong. We can afford Cut Through Fate and Bottled Miracle, which is not a great feeling. Is Zero Cost a good thing? Because, like, we have 4 energy. Yeah, skip is possible here. This is a bad shot for sure, but if we're gonna skip, we might as well just card remove, right? Like, that's for sure good. The problem with Trip is, like, there are other sources of vulnerable on Watcher, right? There's, like, the Wrath Enter that does vulnerable, and there's the attack that gives vulnerable. So we're not, like, spending 100 gold to get a source of vulnerable is not, like, necessarily a good idea. It's true, we could save the money. We're not like already looking for a specific relic, right? It's not like we started with Snecko Eye and we're looking for orange pellets or something. Yeah, exactly. If we remove a card here, we could remove a card at the next one too. Which we can't do if we skip here. But maybe the next one has like a talk to the hand or something. I don't really want to remove a strike, I guess. Because it just makes us more vulnerable to dying to Gremlin Nub. I guess Trip is also quite bad against Gremlin Nub. Watcher's so good at Act 1 elites, but not unkillable. Are there any other lines I'm missing? Trip, card remove. The Cut Through Fate, I want to buy the Cut Through Fate. I want to do Cut Through Fate card remove, but I can't afford it. I'm 3 gold off. Wave of the Hand is here. Maybe we shouldn't ignore the Wave of the Hand. I wish we had a credit card. Click that real quick. So Trip would be our source of vulnerable for the run, which is nice. We probably do want a source of vulnerable. Cut Through Fate would be nice. Card remove would be nice. These are just sort of like generic, make the deck a little bit better picks. Card remove is particularly suspect since we could just remove card. We're forced to go to a second shop too. Wave of the Hand can be like you only see one Wave of the Hand in the run, and you do need to pick one up. If this is the only one I'd ever see, I'd feel really stupid for skipping it. It doesn't do as much as Trip right now, because we don't really want to be weakening Slime Boss. We'd much rather vulnerable him. But Wave of the Hand is arguably a lot better against the Heart. Yeah, this is a crap shot, but I think I'm going to take the Trip. Okay. Yeah, I did consider Sanctity. This fight is less predictable. He can be doing up to 12. I guess Vigilance Third Eye Strike is always the line. I'll keep Eruption Strike next turn. It's possible to get lethal with the vulnerable. Eruption's doing 13, Strike should do 18. 18, 36, obviously lethal. Okay. There's a talk to the hand. Sure. Right? It's up against, like, Halt. Yeah, no way. Okay. First hard pool fight. I'll go ahead and talk to the hand, the stronger one? I think I'm triple defending and hitting one of them. I guess I'll just strike. It does more damage, and I'm not blocking this turn. Eruption Strike Wheel Kick is not lethal because Eruption is not upgraded. Drat. He attacked last turn. Can they attack twice in a row? I imagine the answer is yes, but I'm going to check. Let's just go ahead and pull up the enemies, elites, monsters, and bosses. Yeah. Why is it... Oh, it's monsters, elites, and enemies. They call hallway fights monsters. That's weird. Alright, Fungi Beast. He... cannot use bite 3 times in a row, so he can still be biting. There's a 60% chance. So if we kill him and we're invulnerable with, or we're vulnerable while in Wrath mode, he can hit us quite hard. It would be, let's see, 18 damage. Or no, it would be, yeah, it'd be 18 damage. It's a lot of damage. I don't really want to take 18. So I guess I'll do this line. Okay, wheel kick is lethal now. Alternately, I think trip, wheel kick, strike is probably lethal on this one. This would do an extra 7. This would do an extra 3. So it's 22 plus 9. Yeah. That's true. He did attack 3 times in a row. Good point. Okay, so this is actually safe. And Talk to the Hand comes around for the lethal. Ooh, a fairy in a bottle. Tantrum to go with the Talk to the Hand. I don't mind if I do. There's Crush Joints, our alternate source of vulnerable, but we already have the trip, so no point in that now. Fear No Evil's here too. If we do want to do like rushdown loops, Fear No Evil's better than Tantrum. How do we feel about rushdown loops? We've got 2 cards that exhaust, so we're a 13 card deck. Rushdown itself does not count as a card in the deck, so we'd have to get rid of 2 cards. I guess get rid of 3 cards and add Fear No Evil and upgrade Eruption. And somehow draw the whole deck. It's good, but I don't think it's as good as Tantrum. Fear No Evil is nice, though. Alright, looks like an upgrade. Probably going to go on Talk to the Hand. Other options are like Tantrum, Trip, and Wheel Kick. Eruption and Vigilance and Third Eye are kind of the second tier there. The problem with Talk to the Hand upgrade is it wears off on Slime Boss. Tantrum upgrade gets you an extra attack. It's primarily useful for more strength scaling. If you get like a fasting or something. Trip's upgrade is pretty relevant in the remaining hallway fights, one of the elite fights, and the slime boss fight. Wheel Kick just always gets played, so getting an extra 5 damage per shuffle on a card that always gets played is nice. We have a fairy, so we could do something a little bit aggressive. I think it's probably like between Wheel Kick and Talk to the Hand for me. Talk to the Hand is just so good. Yeah, we did pick Trip. I mean, it's definitely good. I clearly think it was the best choice, so. Yeah, we've got a Tantrum. I think I want to Talk to the Hand plus. It's also possible that theoretically possible that we get like a duplication shrine, and if that happens, I want Talk to the Hand to be upgraded, so we can make a copy of it. Okay. It seems like Talk to the Hand Vigilance is probably the setup this turn. Are we going to remove Eruption? Probably not. I guess Trip is the only useful thing to do this turn. Oh yeah, Tantrum Wheel Kick. We can Tantrum Wheel Kick Tantrum here. It's kind of gross. It does leave us potentially in Wrath mode when he's attacking next turn. We have a weak pop, but we'd still take 30, which is a concern. But I think that's just the line we have to live with. Maybe we should have Wheel Kicked first for the shuffle. No, this line was really good. Thanks for the follow. Another new. Appreciate the support. Welcome to the Vegetable Badge. Hiya. 0 damage Lagavulin. Holy crap, there's a Sundial. So about those rushdown loops. I'm gonna take a quick break, be right back. Good point, Fuzzy Ducky. I was muted. I was saying Tranquility is a reasonable pick. It exhausts, so it doesn't stick in the deck. We have to be really careful about deck size, because Sundial really rewards us for having a small deck. In fact, we don't actually really need Rushdown for loops. We can do loops with, like, I believe just 2 Cut-Through Fates will loop in the presence of a Sundial if you draw the whole deck. So added cards to the deck is a very bad idea now, and I think that removes Third Eye and Empty Body from contention. Plus, we already have a Third Eye, so. And a pretty good block plan with Talk to the Hand Tantrum. So I think Tranquility is the only remaining option. And it would be nice to have an emergency way to get out of Wrath, given that we have a Tantrum in the deck, so we're going to be in Wrath quite a bit. I wish it was a Tranquility Plus, but I think I will take it. Dupe Pot's clearly better than Weak Pot. Alright, we perfected an Elite, so I think we're probably taking an upgrade. Just don't get much value out of resting. Let me go grab Coconut, because Envo has asked. Alright, so we're going for an upgrade. Eruption Upgrade makes a lot of sense, especially if we're trying to do rushdown stuff, which it seems like we probably want, right, with the Sundial. Coconut was 100% asleep when I went and picked her up. Just sitting on her heating pad. Tranquility Plus makes some sense too. That also reduces our deck cost. It might be worth it to upgrade. Sorry. Oh gosh. Okay. Might be worth it to upgrade Vigilance, Third Eye, or even Defend, because the deck is a little bit weak on defense, and it's kind of going to be the only defense we're going to get. Thanks for the follow, SlyCheddar23. Appreciate the support. Welcome to the Vegetable Patch. Since we're not going to be adding more cards to the deck, we do have the Talk to the Hand, which is a big portion of our defensive plan. We don't currently have a Rushdown. I do have the Infobot, yes. Tantrum gets an extra proc of Talk to the Hand if we upgrade it, which is a pretty big deal. The Bomb. Third Eye's upgrade's pretty good. It's only 2 extra block, which is not much. But 2 extra scry is pretty big. Let's just go with Wheel Kick. We've got a Trip and a Dupe Pot, so at some point we're going to blow somebody up. Going to be in like Wrath mode, dupe Wheel Kicking with a vulnerable target. Eruption's reasonable. A Maw Bank or a Sapphire Key. We'll be going for the... Oof. Maybe we go for the Sapphire Key. Maw Bank is literally going to get used like right here. Maybe we just skip this shop entirely. We're only going to have 133 gold. Yeah, I think we just take a Maw Bank and then skip the shop completely. Unless there's something crazy here. Conclude. It's pretty close to the bomb. Not quite. Yeah, if we saw Rushdown here, we would pick it. Or like another Talk to the Hand or something. But that's not what we're seeing. Blind is here, I guess. Card remove. Yeah, I think we're pretty comfortable skipping this shop, and we're like highly incentivized to do so with Maw Bank, so. No, we're getting more than 12 gold out of this Maw Bank. We're gonna grind him for a while. We're missing out on all the good relics though, man. Chemical X, Preserved Insect, and Toy Ornithopter. Oof. Oh well. Alright, Gremlin Knob. I'm going to Third Eye then Tantrum. I don't want to see the Tantrum because I would just leave it there. Talk to the Hand is great. Alright. Is Trip worth it? We're in Wrath mode. Actually, we have Lethal here, don't we? Oh my god. This is insane. Everybody look away from the screen. You don't want to see what happened to Gremlin Knob. Oh my god, we have Sundial Nunchaku? Dude, this deck is doing some stuff. We're gonna have some energy to play around with. Yeah, we just really bullied the crap out of that Gremlin Knob. Establishment tends to be pretty bad with Runic Dome. It's hard to tell when you're supposed to hold stuff and when you're supposed to use it. Windmill. How does the establishment thing work? It kind of does work though, because if we can decost the deck, then we can like, if we can like start wheel kicking for 0, then like Rushdown or Sundial loops we can do Sundial loops with that involve playing like Defend or something to remove hand size. It's true. Yeah, I think Establishment is mostly for like slower decks. It seems like a skip for me as well. But Establishment could do stuff, right? Like if we get an Establishment and a Meditate, maybe. That's like obviously that's like always the dream with Establishment. I don't know. I don't want to be super super committed to doing a Rushdown loop deck, because we don't have a Rushdown right now, and that's building around an uncommon we don't have. which is unwise. And even if we were committed to building it, Establishment is a power, so it doesn't count as a permanent card in the deck. So we could pick Establishment. The problem with Establishment is we don't really have any retain cards. We've just got one Tranquility, so... the Establishment itself is highly speculative, which doesn't seem correct. Windmill Strike and Swivel are both no. Okay. Match and keep. I think we're hoping for nothing here. I'm not willing to risk a regret. Flying Sleeves is a no. Do we want a second Tantrum? I think probably not. One Tantrum's kind of enough. We do have Talk to the Hand, though. Gets us a more reliable Tantrum. Two Tantrums is just a lot of Tantrum, though. I believe there's only one uncommon in this, so if I click here, I cannot get a Tantrum added to the deck. So I'm going to click here to see if I can find the rare card. I would add a Ragnarok, sure. Okay. Kind of a bummer to get Talk to the Hand on turn 1. We could double Wheel Kick, just kill somebody right now. Draw 4 cards. Could also draw the Trip, and then we could land Talk to the Hand. Sure. We did not draw the Trip. Vigilance blocks out for more this turn. Strike Defend dodges 3 dazes. I think I like dodging the dazes. It also guarantees that we have him dead next turn. We don't have to rely on finding cards or anything. I don't really want to Third Eye because these cards are all good. I guess I will just for block. And then who's vulnerable are we removing? I think we remove his vulnerable and then we put all 3 strikes into him. Seems fine. Maybe eventually we'll Talk to the Hand on him. He's attacking to have lethal. Why not just enter Calm, though? Yeah, we did have Vigilance. I'm struggling to remember what hand the Vigilance was in. Are you saying why not play the Tranquility? Yeah, that makes some sense. Yeah, probably should have played the Tranquility. It would have given us extra energy this turn. Energy economy generally isn't super important in this fight because your hand is generally full of dazes. And we could use the Tranquility for an exit now. We could like Tantrum, double strike Tranquility. But it looks like we're just going to Tantrum triple strike because it's lethal. And then we'll get some Wrath mode attacks next turn. Okay. Do we ever miss? If Strike and Wheel Kick bottom deck, then we have Vigilance, so we're fine. Yeah, Daze is definitely the hardest Act 1 fight for Watcher. Although Gremlin Knob can be a problem sometimes. Lagavulin is usually free. Fear No Evil, if we're trying to do rushdown loops, we need a way to enter Calm. Fear No Evil is the cheapest way to do that, along with Inner Peace. Cheapest repeatable way to do that. It is a little bit inconsistent. Doesn't work on turns 1 or 4 of the heart fight. I mean, if we have an infinite that only works when the heart is attacking, I'm not crying. Yeah, that's probably good enough. Free removal is definitely a little bit weird with Runic Dome. Because we can't tell if they're attacking. But a lot of fights are predictable. And sometimes just the information of being able to find out if they're attacking with Fear No Evil is useful. It does, like, it is costly to add a card to the deck. Because of the Sundial and such. Could just take a bowling bash for adding cards to the deck. We do already have 2 Calm Enters. Yeah, the 4-5 damage attack from Nemesis can hurt a lot. Nemesis is definitely a painful Runic Dome opponent. Because you end up blocking for 45, and then he puts burns in your deck, and you're like, God, my life. Although, definitely the worst one for me is Snake Plant, because you're like, I don't know. There's nothing I can do. He'll curse me at some point if he wants to. I am going to take a Fear No Evil, I think. All right. He's always attacking and always for 11. Fear No Evil enters Calm. We could, like, Eruption, Strike, Fear No Evil. Skips a Wheel Kick. Oh, wait, this is lethal. Watcher. Wallop's a good card. It's random. I don't know what the chance is. I haven't looked it up. I always sort of assumed it's 50-50, but I actually don't know. Yeah, it's 50-50. I always thought they should run away once they take all your money. But that's not how the game works. Wallop's a good card. Sanctity is some more card draw to proc Sundial. Protect would cost 0 if we took the Establishment, but we didn't. Sanctity is the only card that's more or less compatible with the, like, Sundial loop plan. Double Sanctity is a Sundial loop, for example. Watcher gets tricked sometimes. Watcher is so strong in Act 1 that sometimes you can, like, convince yourself you don't need to take block, and then you die in Act 2 because you don't have any block. Sometimes that dying in Act 2 is actually dying in Act 4, because you sort of, like... We have a Talk to the Hand plus, right? So we're going to have enough block for Act 2, although it's not really very consistent, right? Because it's just one card. But we do need to find an endgame block plan, although Talk to the Hand is that too, so maybe we don't need to worry about block anymore because we've Talked to the Hand, but I don't know. Wallop goes well with Trip. Trip Divinity Wallop. That's tasty. Doesn't look like we're going to do any Divinity. With a Fear No Evil and a Tantrum. I think we just skip here. Okay, make it so. I think we're taking another upgrade. Health looks pretty good. I'd like to see a Tantrum upgrade. Eruption, I think, is also probably at the top of the list. That's right. Trip is actually pretty good in the fight. Vulnerable all the large slimes. All the medium slimes. Which one's better, Act 2? We never get strength scaling from this, right? Eruption's definitely an option. Favorite show that I haven't binge watched is such a strange qualification. What's your favorite show that you have binge watched? I would think that's more relevant. Complicating this decision is that we have a forge pot that we probably want to use in the fight. So whatever upgrades are relevant for Slime Boss kind of doesn't matter. We're mostly just upgrading for Act 2. I am not familiar with either Death Note or Ping Pong. I'm not sure if Ping Pong the animation is the full name or just Ping Pong. You probably just said Ping Pong the animation because Ping Pong sounds like you're just watching sports. Yeah, I'm familiar enough with the name Death Note to know that it's an anime. Yeah, I was kind of thinking about Trip Plus for Act 2 as well, because Act 2 is very AoE centric. Well, we can't get Gremlin Gang. That's over. Oh, Gremlin Boss. Yeah, sure. Gremlin Leader. Yeah, all the AoE fights in Act 2, Trip is good for. Sure. Alright. He's not attacking, so this won't work. Let's just draw some cards first. Trip's always happening. Seems like going into Calm pays some dividends, because we get extra energy on the Wrath Enter turn. We already have 4 energy, though, so maybe we just want to beat him up. 12 plus 9, so we're passing 21 damage to Enter Calm. It seems wrong. We should just take the 21 damage. Yeah, exactly. So we can just Tranquility now to get extra energy. We actually don't need the extra energy this turn, do we? So we got 4 energy worth of attacks and 4 energy. We don't want to do too much damage. I don't think we want to split this turn. I think we want to put him as close to 76 as possible. So we want to do 33 damage. Definitely could use Upgrade Pot if that gets us to 33. This is doing 12. These would do also 12. Oh wait, no. They'd do 18. So 12 plus 18 is 30. That's pretty close to 33. Can we do better? We could do 18 plus 3 a different way. Oh wait, we could do 27 plus... Yeah, so in Ansbana, we don't want to do the maximum amount of damage. I guess let's see how good this maximum amount of damage is. Maybe it is split this turn. So this would be 4 times 4, which is 16. These would go 9, which goes to 13 with vulnerable. Or sorry, 9, which is times 2 turns to 18 plus another 9. So 27 damage per strike. So 27 times 3 is 81? Yeah, 81. And so it's 81 plus 16. It's a good split. It's not a kill, though, and I think we could get a kill next turn. So I think we're going to hold back here. Actually, no, we're very unlikely to get a kill next turn, huh? Because this is just not that much damage. So we should just go now. Okay. This also dodges slimes, because he was sliming this turn. Okay. I'll take it. Alright, Devotion, Conjure Blade, and Omniscience. Omniscience seems like top of mind, because it actually removes a card from the deck. And we could like Omniscience into Rushdown, to play 2 copies of Rushdown. Or just Omniscience like a wheel kick to just win a fight. Omniscience is pretty good in the deck. Omniscience the talk to the hand. Get that down twice. Omniscience Trip Plus to remove a bunch of artifact charges in Act 4. So that seems bonkers. Devotion also doesn't add a card to the deck and gives us periodic energy. The energy is actually the part of the combo that we're not as worried about. We've got a Sundial and a Nunchaku. We really just need to remove cards to get the Sundial going. So I don't think this is solving a problem that we actually have. And Conjure Blade seems terrible. So it's really just, is Omniscience better than Skip? And it clearly is. So I'll take Omniscience. 2 card removes, that would get us a lot closer. There's also a Pandora's Box here, though. I did the math on this a long time ago. It's approximately a 1 in 3 chance that Pandora's Box, as a watcher, that Pandora's Box gives you a card that counts as removing itself. So either a card that exhausts or a card that's a power. So if with Pandora's Box, we remove 4 cards, there's 8 cards to remove, 1 in 3 chance that the card will end up being sort of net removable, which actually ends up removing more cards than Empty Cage would. So Empty Cage removes exactly 2 cards. Pandora's Box removes, slightly more than 2 cards. Although it's not exactly 1/3. So I appreciate using the numbers that I suggested, but it was some more precise number. Just the way that I'm remembering is about 1/3. Are they not IID? I don't see what you mean. Philosopher's Stone, also an option. Go up to be a 5 energy deck. Energy is very useful. Help us play the Omniscience. Play a bunch of wheel kicks on a turn to get the full hand, to get the loop going. But I think it's probably going to be the Pandora's Box. Pandora's Box also has like some sneaky benefits where like it could give us an extra talk to the hand or a Rushdown or like cards that we need. Also possible is it could give us like an Alpha or a Deva form or something. Cards that are really good with Omniscience. Which would change what the deck is doing pretty significantly, but that's all good. Identical and independently distributed. So for instance, if you were less likely to get a power if you already got one from your box, it'd be less probable. No, it's Pandora's Box is actually kind of strange. It ignores card rarities, so all cards are exactly likely to be picked. So card rarities are for card rewards only for the most part. So yes, it is IID to use your phraseology. Or presumably that's not something that you just invented. What like field is that in? Yeah, that's true. I mean, it can't give you curses or colorless cards. There's the normal restrictions, but there's also some other like some other wiggles in there where like for example, the Knowing Skull event can only give you uncommon colorless cards. So like there are times that it is tested that aren't strict card rewards, but whatever. Sure, let's see what we get. Okay, so we got the Devotion anyway. The Devotion forced his way into the deck. Study and Battle Hymn both remove themselves, as does Nirvana. So we got a couple cards that remove. Oh, I guess Collect removes too. So we got actually way above expectation here. We got 5 card removes from that, which is kind of insane. Windmill Strike sort of kind of counts as a card remove as well, because it stays in our hand, so we don't have to draw it. It still counts towards our 11 card limit, but it sort of draws itself every turn, which is nice. Study, Battle Hymn, Collect, and Nirvana are what I would call bottom tier cards. These are not good cards. So I'm not very happy to see them. If we had the Establishment, the Battle Hymn would be quite a bit better, as would the Windmill Strike. We also get a Cut Through Fate, which is a component of an Infinite. So I believe... no, actually Cut Through Fate plus... yeah, Mummified Hand would be really nice now. We just picked up 4 powers. More like Awakened One incoming. Very interesting. This is one of those obvious situations where the Pandora's Box save scumming trick would be super good, because I would much rather just remove all these cards from the deck than having them, because we would be basically infinite on the spot if we did that. But we can't do that because that's breaking the rules. Cool. Yeah, it seems like a strong deck. We need to get rid of the Study, probably. And, like, Windmill Strike. There's definitely some weak cards in here, but should be able to make it work. Hyper Beam guy. We have enough money to go to a store. We could still dodge the store. Wait, I would like to send these cards back. Yeah, exactly. That's how Pandora's Box works. Just remove all your strikes and defense. Honestly, like, I think a boss relic that just said remove all your strikes and defense would be, like, reasonable and non-game breaking. I think that could exist. Why is Study bad? So Study is extremely slow, is the problem. So if you look at Study, at the end of your turn, shuffle an Insight into your draw pile. Okay, so it's a 2-mana power. So you have to draw Study. If Study just wasn't in your deck, you wouldn't have to draw it. So you start out 1 card draw behind. You have to play it, so it costs 2 energy. And then assuming that you draw an Insight the very first turn, which is not guaranteed, then you've spent 2 card draws on the Study and the Insight. The Insight then does make itself card draw neutral. But something that takes 2 turns to be card draw neutral is quite bad. It does get much better after that. And Insights are good in the deck. We have Sundial. So it's possible we do actually make Study work. And if we upgrade it, it only costs 1. So one of the complaints are gone. Perhaps we get like a Mummified Hand or a Birdface Urn or something, and we're happy to have the extra power. Orange Pellets. But Study requires some support to be good. We do have a lot of energy. It's a good target for Omniscience as well. We can Omniscience Study, get 2 Insights every turn. That pays off quick. But there's probably better targets like Talk to the Hand. Yeah. Okay. What is the beta art for Tantrum? I don't know. It's kind of cute. The default art for Tantrum is so badass, though. Wait, is it just literally a campfire in the background? Why is Watcher so tiny? Maybe it's like supposed to be a really big fire. It is cute. I'll give it that. I like that normal one, though. If we go to a shop, we get to spend 375 gold, which is great, but we also use the Maw Bank up, and I don't see any reason why we have to go to a store. So it seems like we could just keep soaking some value out of the Maw Bank. Act 2 question marks tend to be good. They're a lot less good after Pandora's Box. 2 of the best ones, the Vampire event that gives you bites, removes all your strikes, and Ancient Writing upgrades all your strikes and defense. Both of those depend on you having strikes and defense to be good, and we have no strikes or defense, so those are not good anymore. Ancient Writing doesn't upgrade Windmill Strike, right? It's just literally your cards with the exact name Strike that it upgrades. It would be kind of insane if Ancient Writing upgraded your Strike adjacent cards, all the cards that get buffed by Strike Dummy. But I don't believe that's how that works. Probably not really looking for Apparitions either. There's still some good Act 2 events. Study comes to mind. But there's also like Red Mask Gang, which I'm not sure is a great thing for us. Yeah, right? That would be super fun. I think it should work that way because it would really only buff those Ironclad decks, and those guys need some help. I also kind of think there should be a special interaction with Searing Blow, where if there's a Searing Blow in your deck, it should be like Ancient Writing can upgrade Searing Blow 5 times instead. Oh man, I love making video games. There is no way to get 3 elites without doing a Mega Elite. I like this little section. Fire Elite Fire, that's nice. And I also like all these question marks, although, as mentioned, less so than normal. We could just do a bunch of fights. Mega Elite. Get ourselves killed. Seems unwise. So we're trying to set up an infinite, which means that this is like among the Act 2 hallway fights are extremely dangerous for us, right? Because not only are we trying to set up an infinite, which is just a bad idea in a hallway fight, because setting up an infinite takes time and hallway fights start hitting you on turn 1. But also we're not actually able to do it yet. We've never actually pulled off the infinite. I think we probably can be infinite now. Actually, no, we can't. The only card draw we have is Cut Through Fate. Insight isn't repeatable. Huh, that's weird. So yeah, we're not infinite. So we're just like a deck that takes a lot of setup and doesn't really do anything. We do also absolutely annihilate people by like blowing them up with Tantrum and Wheel Kick. So we're not like helpless in hallway fights, but this is a very dangerous time in the run. So I think we're trying to dodge hallway fights more than we're looking to like get something specific out of question marks. Let's take the question marks to here and see how we feel. It's possible that we want to do like this route or something instead of this. We'll see. We have 4 energy collect. Give ourselves a ton of dazes. That seems bad. Omniscience on... Talk to the Hand, and then Miracle Wheel Kick Plus seems good next turn. We'll see what else we draw. We can Omniscience on Talk to the Hand. She will, wait, what happened to Wheel Kick? It's upgraded? It's right here. We just can't use it for an infinite. It's too expensive for Sundial. She's always attacking. Wait, is that true? I believe she's always attacking, but I need to check. She's not always attacking. So there's a 50-50 chance. She's either deliberating or draining this turn. That's actually a good question. I think that it does work. If we Omniscience on signature move. Is that lethal? If we Eruption Miracle Omniscience signature move? 9, so she'd be at 90. And this does 60 twice. It is lethal, so I'm going to try it. If it doesn't work, then we will restart the fight, and I will have learned something. Oh. Okay. Today we learned. We kept these last time. Okay. So now we're back to where we were. Um, we can almost do it anyway. I guess we don't have quite enough energy, but... what about, like, Fear No Evil Eruption, Wheel Kick? Yeah, Omnia Talk to the Hand makes a lot of sense. I think let's start with Fear No Evil to see if she's attacking. She is. Okay. Eruption... Tranquility... Oh, you're saying we can draw the cards? That does depend on us not naturally drawing Signature Move or Windmill Strike or Talk to the Hand, but it could work. So she is attacking. Eruption Wheel Kick does a bunch of damage and draws some cards. Worst case scenario, we just Vigilance after that. Okay. If we trip, do we get lethal next turn? Yeah, Signature Move is very likely to be playable next turn. So if we trip, it does 45. Okay. Yeah. We just don't take a attack. And then... Oh, we have Windmill Strike, goddammit. We still have it. Whatever. Okay. We got there. Crescendo doesn't add a card to the deck. Seems like we've got enough Wrath Enters. I don't think we're interested in that. Crush Joints I think we've already got in spades with the Trip Plus. And I think we're no on pressure points, so I think we're just skipping. We can transform a card. What's the worst card in the deck? There's quite a few bad ones. Battle Hymn, Study, Nirvana, Devotion, Windmill Strike. Actually, it's probably Windmill Strike, because Battle Hymn, Study, Devotion, and Nirvana all remove themselves. Windmill Strike does not. Signature Move is actually quite good. Pretty low attack deck. Yeah, let's transform Windmill Strike. Give me something better. That's way better. Happy to see that. Oh, no. No, Ascender's Bane is not selectable in those sorts of events. Hey, hey, there it is. I guess I'll develop the 2 powers and Signature Move. Oh, I guess we're playing all the cards. Okay. Let's get Collect out of there. We need a block for 11 next turn, so holding Vigilance makes some sense. Wheel Kick could be lethal. I'll hold that too. I imagine Tantrum, Wheel Kick, Strike is lethal. We have Tranquility as well for some extra energy. 9 plus 40 plus 24. Yeah, it's definitely lethal. Okay. Okay. Crescendo Plus does not add a card to the deck or cost any energy, but we also just don't need more Wrath Enters. Sanctity I don't think is necessary. I think we're done on block cards. We've got Deceive Reality, Talk to the Hand, Vigilance, Third Eye. Doesn't sound like enough. But I guess Talk to the Hand plus an Infinite is a lot. And that's kind of the plan here. Ever Just Lucky? We do have a Nirvana. I think Just Lucky is not good enough. Just because it gets in the way of Sundial? We have a Nunchaku too, like maybe Just Lucky is good. This is a very strange deck. I think Just Lucky is just getting in the way. Yeah, this is a weird one, because we've got, like... We're basically just, like, Wrath, Wheel Kick, Signature Move deck, but we're trying to be an Infinite, which is, like, a very different thing. But, you know... If it works, it works. We're gonna keep taking question marks. Apparitions. Well... Apparitions don't add a card to the deck. It would cost us a lot of current HP. It would help protect us while we get set up, kinda. We have a lot of powers to play. So we could, like, play Apparition, then play a couple powers. We have Omniscience, so we can Omniscience our Apparitions. We have a lot of card draw, which is both good and bad, right? It helps us find our Apparitions, but it also causes us to exhaust them. Sort of gives us like a little side quest that another little side quest that we have to do before we can do infinite stuff, right? We have to play these 3 little draw and play 3 mana worth of skills. How much of that do we have to do already? We have to exhaust Ascender's Bane, so we have to draw 1 card. We have to play Talk to the Hand, so we have to draw 2 cards and spend 1 energy. Play Omniscience, it's 3 cards and 5 energy. Devotion, 4 cards and 6 energy. And then 5, 6, 7 cards and 7, 9, 10 energy. Tranquility kind of counts too. Seems like we have quite a bit of work to do. Like if it's 10 energy, yeah, Collect counts as a draw, but we can play it for 0. So we have to like draw 10 cards and spend 10 energy basically. That's like 2.5 turns at least of Runic Dome, or 4 energy, which is just a lot. And adding 3 to that means that we like can't even infinite before like turn 4. Which, again, is sort of an argument for and against Apparitions, right? Because we need a plan to block on turns 2 and 3 against the Heart, and Apparitions can be that while we're setting up. Costs us a lot of current health, though. We go down to 34. It costs us 25 current health. Yikes. Sometimes we just die to, like, Slavers or Book of Stabbing if we have a gap turn and we have 34 health. I think we're no on Apparitions. It's just we can't tell when the big turns are coming, so we can't tell when the Apparitions are useful, right? Like we can't tell if it's the multi-attack turn or the big attack turn against the Heart. We only really want to play Apparitions on the big attack turn. So I think we're no. There is no shop coming up. We could go to this shop. Rive is pretty bad. Blocks up a card in our starting hand, so I think we're no on this. We don't need the relic that badly. There's no Omamori. Yeah. Alright, nearly full health, so I guess we're smithing again. We can scry, it's true, but the writhe starts in your hand. So you only get the scrying benefit the second shuffle, and adds a card to the deck, which is really bad. We do not want to upgrade on Battle Hymn. That's like the only one that's like actually negative. Omniscience seems like it really needs it. We're trying to play like an honest Omniscience, right? We're not like playing Omniscience to win the game or anything. We don't have Snecko Eye, so I think decosting this makes a lot of sense. Study Plus makes some sense too. Study either needs to get an upgrade or a card remove. Often you have access to more upgrades than card removes in a run, so you could give it an upgrade now. Be nice to upgrade Eruption. Let's upgrade it and then remove. Yay! I've done it before. Not on Study specifically. I don't think on Study. Maybe on Study specifically. It's not as uncommon as you might think, especially with Watcher. Lessons learned means you end up upgrading most of the deck, and then you're like, well, I have to remove something, so I guess it's going to be this whatever. Can you explain the reasoning behind adding Deceive Reality? Deceive Reality is super good. So Deceive Reality, like you can think about it as a 2 energy card that blocks for 16, which is just a lot to block for. The main reason for adding it is it came out of a transform effect, so we didn't pick it. So we probably wouldn't have like added it if we were adding it as a card to the deck. We just removed, or we transformed a Windmill Strike into it. It is a really great card though, so I'm happy to have it in the deck. It's one of our few defensive tools. We've just got a Third Eye, Vigilance, Deceive Reality. That's it. I talk to the hand. You say it's made for the Retain deck, but it's really for me it's a fasting card. If you can get any deck scaling, then Deceive Reality pays it off twice, and it's like a huge value. Because if you just want 16 block for 2, you can take a Protect for that, and it already retains. It is a little bit awkward with Runic Dome because we don't know when we need the safety. But, you know, we'll still know when we don't have any block. And we know what the maximum enemies can do is, so it's possible that splitting it over multiple turns is useful. I think the like nice to have upgrades are like Eruption, Tantrum, Study, and the like we have to have this to be more playable as Omniscience. I guess Study and Omniscience are both, they need an upgrade to be more playable. Why does Nirvana have such a crap upgrade? Nirvana's like a bad card to start with, and like the default rate for how good something's upgrade should be is like it should make it at least like 50% better. A lot of cards get twice as good. Like if Nirvana Plus blocked for 6 whenever you scry, it'd be way more relevant. But Nirvana's such a bad card. But like, couldn't it at least block for 5? Like, why would you just give 1 for Nirvana? An extra 1/3 value is like, that's what you get for like an attack, right? Attacks go from like 6 to 9, right? It's 6 to 9. That's a 50% upgrade. I mean, I guess 3 to 4 is a 50% upgrade too if you round down. But do you really need to round down for Nirvana? Like Nirvana's such a bad card. No, it's really bad. It's never good. I mean, the full Scry deck is kind of a fantasy, right? That's not really like... You can have a Weave deck, but Weave decks just want to use Talk to the Hand to block. You don't need Nirvana. Although they do functionally act kind of the same, right? Because your Weave hits somebody and blocks for 3 with Talk to the Hand. What if Nirvana was 0? It'd be a lot more playable for 0 for sure. I don't like... There's any number of ways you could upgrade Nirvana. I think if Nirvana minus blocked for 5 and Nirvana plus blocked for 10, that wouldn't be unreasonable. That would be like more on par with other Watcher cards. I think the reason that Nirvana didn't get a buff is because Watcher's already really strong. So any like buffs to Watcher are just sort of like unnecessary. But in this recent round, the buffs, a lot of cards like Nirvana in other classes got upgraded. Would 10 be broken? It would be good. It'd definitely be good. I'd have to play around with it. Maybe you're right. Maybe like 4 and 8 is better than 5 and 10. 5 and 10 is pretty good. Maybe like 5 and 9. You could even do 5 and 8. That's defensible. Blocking for 7 every time you deal damage, though, that's 2 copies of Talk to the Hand, right? You'd need to Talk to the Hand and Talk to the Hand Plus to get that. That's 2 cards. Whereas Nirvana is only 1 card. But like making Nirvana more comparable to Talk to the Hand, I think, is the goal. Currently, it's much worse. Yeah, I'm just gonna give it to Omniscience. It's just we're under such energy pressure on the turn we play Omniscience. Okay, this I said was the decision point. Seems like we're doing 2 elites no matter where we go. We could go left and go right and get a shop. We do have almost 500 gold. Going right makes some sense. We are sacrificing a fire, though. Deep Elite, compare to whatchamacallit, oh my gosh, Cloak Clasp. Cloak Clasp is it's a rare relic, is that right? I'm gonna look this up. It is a rare relic. So Cloak Clasp is a rare relic. Another rare relic that does the same thing as a card is Fossilized Helix. Fossilized Helix does basically the same thing as Barrier. So blocking for 10 per turn is like well within scope of something that should be possible. Granted, Barrier is a rare, and Nirvana is an uncommon, but like Barrier Plus, Buffer Plus does twice as much as Fossilized Helix. So like blocking for 20 would be the equivalent for Cloak Clasp. Cloak Clasp is quite good, but so is Fossilized Helix. So I don't think the comparison is necessarily insane. 10 free block per turn is possible. If we go either on this route or on this route, we get sort of 2 elites and a fire. And if we go on this right route, we get 2 elites and a shop. We could take this route, and then if we get here and decide we don't want to fight an elite, we can get an extra fire, which is a nice little option. That's actually an option here as well. Get 2 fires in a row after that guy. This way gets more question marks. Not sure if question marks are still good. We could still get Ancient Writing, which is a card remove. I think question marks are still good. What's the one that gives plated armor? It's on the tip of my tongue. It's one of the worst rare relics. I'll just look at it because I have the wiki open. Thread and Needle. I think I like Elite before Fire. Oh wait, we're doing Elite before Fire either way. Darn. Yeah, it's rare, which is kind of mind-boggling. We're at almost full health, so I think I'm going to take the question marks before the Elite. I don't want to get to another fire with full health if I need to rest. I want to be resting at the fire. Meat on the bone. Is it crazy that I'm considering skipping meat on the bone right now? Meat on the bone's pretty good, but we could take a Sapphire Key. Sapphire Key makes Curse Key a lot better. It frees up our Act 3 chests to give us relics. So we're basically sacrificing a meat on the bone now for a potential something later. The potential something later could be busted, though. The potential something later could be like a cloak clasp or, you know, incense burner or something. That's way more relevant than meat on the bone. Meat on the bone is like mostly good in Act 1, right? In Act 1, it's like pretty easy to like take 12 in a fight and then heal every floor and be like, yes, meat on the bone is so good. But in Act 3, I feel like if you're taking damage in a fight, you're like risking dying. Hey Carly, yeah, we're doing good. But the potential value is insane from meat on the bone. Like if you heal 12 every floor, like that's just so busted. But I think I am gonna skip it. We're at full health. I feel really stupid if I die after this. All right. Strength scaling is really good. We're really strong on turn 1, and orange pellets would already be super good. So I'm tempted to take mutagens. Mutagen is just like usually the best one also. What would the transform targets be? Probably like study and collect. Those both already remove themselves from the deck though. No, signature move is actually really good. Signature move in Wrath mode with vulnerable is doing like 100 damage. We'd get jaxed. It seems like a terrible idea. It's actually not crazy bad, right? We have a lot of card draw. That's a good call out. We probably should remove Eruption if we're doing a transform here. So then it would be like Eruption study. If we did take Jaxed, we're actually in pretty good position to take advantage of it. Tantrum, Trip gives us a lot of strength scaling. Yeah, if we took meat on the bone, we could use Jax to control our health total. I think we're just taking mutagens though. Yeah, we really can play signature move. Yeah, we've played it quite a few times already. Horn Cleat, okay. Book of Stabbing. All right. Well, we drew Talk to the Hand and Omniscience on the same hand, so we can't use that on that. Could dupe pot the Talk to the Hand or the Omniscience. If we dupe pot Omniscience, the first Omniscience could hit like Tantrum, and the second one could hit Vigilance or something. It's kind of silly. We're always playing Trip. Yeah, Omniscience Wheel Kick makes a lot of sense. If we play Talk to the Hand, Dupe Pot, Omniscience, we could hit like Tantrum and then Wheel Kick. So we'd be in Wrath mode, and we'd already be blocked out from the 2 Tantrums. This is also our bonus strength turn, so the Tantrum would be hitting really hard. How hard would it be hitting? 3 damage. We have 3 strength, so it's 6, 9 with the 9 with the vulnerable. He cannot. So he either hits for 2 times 7 or 24 on turn 1, and he has no particular preference. Oh, huh. That's odd. I wonder what layer of your interaction with Twitch changed that X into a multiplication. Huh. Oh, weird. 0x didn't do it? Wait, Anetsbana, how did you get yours to not do it? Something's different about Anetsbana versus everybody else. Weird. Maybe it's because I believe Anetsbana is like in Russia or something. Maybe Anetsbana's got a different character set. I've seen, and it's want to say some Cyrillic stuff. I actually think that it might be lethal if we Tantrum Wheel Kick here. Oh, wait, now you're getting the... How did you get it the other way before? Oh, you did some character set stuff. Okay. Ah. Sneaky Russian axe. Okay, so how much damage does it do? So it's a 9 times 3 for Tantrum. So we've done 15. Actually, we could do the Talk to the Hand after the Tantrum if it's necessary for lethal. So this would do an extra 7. So it would do 22. So this is doing 27. 27 plus 22 is 49. And then the wheel kicks are doing 60 each. So that's 120. 120 plus 49 is 169. So we're off by 3. Seriously? Oh, wait. We could do signature move instead of wheel kick, right? Because this... Oh, no, we've still got an eruption in hand. Dang. Did I forget to add strength to the wheel kicks? I think you're right. Because the wheel kick should have... Yeah, it's 23. So 23 turns into 46. I guess it's 23 times 3, which is just 69. Nice. So 69 plus... What was it? 49? 22 plus 27? Yeah, 49. So 69 plus 49... wait. Oh yeah, 69 times 2. So it's 138 plus 49 is lethal. Neat. I'll take it. Fasting is good if we ever get orange pellets. I actually forgot to play the Tantrum twice, too, when I did the math. I only counted Tantrum's damage once, despite the fact that we were omnisciencing it. Okay, so if we get fasting, then we could, like, theoretically get 6 strength and 3 dex. And that would help our Deceive Reality and the Tantrum and stuff. But it doesn't really help us if we are infinite, because infinite times infinite is still infinite. We don't care about the marginal infinity. Yeah, it seems like Tantrum is not good right now. Or, sorry, fasting is not good right now. And I don't think we have time to make it good. So we're just skipping. Alright. I guess I'll take a fire and upgrade something. Okay, so we've talked a lot about upgrades, because we keep getting them, because we've never taken damage, because we're playing Watcher. So who's next? Tantrum, Eruption are on the list. Study could be it. I think Tantrum, Eruption, and Study are the obvious picks. I think probably Study and Eruption are better than Tantrum. I think we're pretty sensitive to energy. And maybe less sensitive to the damage of Tantrum. Devotion's a weird pick. It's an interesting idea. 5 turns versus 4 turns to get into Divinity. We haven't gone into Divinity yet, so it hasn't really been on my radar. If we upgrade Devotion, we would probably take a Pray, because Pray is card draw neutral. If we had taken the Establishment Plus, we'd be looking for a Worship. This deck would be very different if we had taken the Establishment Plus. We'd be in a very different place. I think that place is fine too. I think you probably win either way. The Eruption Plus would have paid off really big on that last turn. We could have like Eruptioned and then just wheel kicked, and I think saved the dupe pot. Still gotten lethal. Maybe that's not true. It's definitely not true. It's definitely not Battle Hymn. That makes Battle Hymn worse. It's definitely not Deceive Reality. It's too small of an upgrade. Cut Through Fate's kind of nice. Cut Through Fate and Third Eye both help us filter through the deck a little bit. I think we need to do Eruption and Study, or remove both. Maybe we like upgrade Study, remove Eruption. I don't think Collect is good. Getting an extra turn on it's not very relevant. Yeah, let's upgrade Study. Hey, Glade Pixie. Welcome on in. Thanks for hanging out. I kind of want to go to the question mark to see if I can find a shop. We're holding a bunch of money here. Yeah, it's true. We can play Collect for 0. I guess we'll do a question mark and then maybe another Elite, maybe a Fire. We'll see. Ooh, it is a surprise shop. Okay. Oh, medical kit. Wow. Holy crap. There's an inner piece here too. No Rushdown. If it was a perfect shop, it would have medical kit and Rushdown. Flash of Steel is an option. I'm not sure why we'd pick it though. I think we're... Actually, wait. Maybe Flash of Steel Cut Through Fate is the infinite, right? We currently don't have an infinite. And if we pick Flash of Steel, I think we do. So currently we have 19 cards in deck, and then we remove 1, 2, 3, 4... I'm going to count that as 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We remove 9 cards. So we're already, if we can draw 10 cards, up to the deck size we need. So if we add Flash of Steel, we're at 11 cards, and we have a Flash of Steel Cut Through Fate Infinite. Medkit is incredible. We're almost always buying Medkit. Did I not click count? I always skip count. Yeah, I believe you. I'm not going to count again. So we're very close to being an infinite. We could also take Blue Candle to remove the Ascender's Bane manually rather than waiting. That seems sort of unnecessary. What is the infinite? So we have a Sundial, so it's a Sundial infinite. Cut Through Fate and any other card draw, basically, would be infinite. Except for Wheel Kick, because it's too expensive. So let's click this button. You did good, Mob Bank. We thought Mob Bank was going to be 12 gold. Mob Bank was held on to all the way up to here. Did a lot more than 12. Definitely worth it. We also already got our blue key, so it's not like we were under a lot of pressure to pick blue key there. Let's go ahead and remove the Eruption. And add the Flash of Steel. Okay, so now we got the Infinite. Vajra is kind of a nice little luxury thing we could pick up. Get some extra strength scaling. Violence is a way to draw 10 cards and also exhaust itself, so it doesn't count as a card in the deck. It seems better than Vajra, because if we're infinite, strength doesn't matter, right? And violence helps us get there. Although, as mentioned before, it does take a lot of energy for us to set up the infinite. So it's like, it's not like we're going to pick violence and then do infinite on turn 1, right? We definitely take a couple turns to set up. Vajra does help with Time Eater, that's true. Vajra also just like, we're already highly incentivized to pick lots of multi-attacks because we've got like Omniscience, Talk to the Hand. So like, anything that pays off with Talk to the Hand also pays off Vajra. Violence is a slightly more efficient way to spend money, i.e. it gets us closer to 0. But this isn't golf. We need to pick the thing that matters the most for the run, not really the thing that spends the most money. I feel like violence is pretty relevant for getting the deck set up, so I'm going to pick violence. Okay. Does the really good shop impact our decision about whether to do an elite or a fire? Violence's upgrade just gets extra cards? Yeah. If we did a shop, we might be upgrading like Tranquility now. I think we're just like hunting energy. I know, right? Time Eater's such a buzzkill. Just chill, dude. I gotta be eating time all the time. Got somewhere to be. It seems like the marginal value of upgrades is pretty low at this point. We've gotten all the important ones. I wish I'd removed this battle hymn. Grumble, grumble. I'm going to count the card removes one more time. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So we got 11 card removes and a 20 card deck, so we're like easily getting there. We don't even have to use Omniscience on a removable, which is great, so we can do talk to the hand. Do you think? I don't know. I don't know if I'm even gonna like. I don't know if Vajra's even like on the map. Trip doesn't remove. That's why I didn't count it. Doesn't exhaust. They should make a card that totally changes what it does when upgraded. And it can be upgraded back to the original. Oh, that's fun. That's a great idea. Deep Sleep. You have to really integrate that into the original identity of the card, though. So it needs to be like kind of explicitly like a Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde card. We're clearly done here. Just deciding if we want to do another elite or another fire. The elite could give us an important defensive resource or some strength scaling, although Vajra is currently off the table. The worst case scenario for the elite is we die. That's pretty bad. Imagine it with armaments. Oh, so you can swap it back and forth all the time. We do have potion. I think it's very unlikely that we use the potion. I'm just like calling out the possibility of dying, you know. It can't even be Book of Stabbing, which is probably our worst one. So it's either Gremlin Leader or Slavers. I don't see, like, the advantage of getting another elite is we get a defensive relic, right? And we've already got, like, Anchor and Horn Cleat. So, like, the remaining defensive relics are, like, kind of thin on the ground. It's like Cloak Clasp, Fossilized Helix, Incense Burner, Captain's Wheel, and, like, there's not a ton else. I guess, like, Oddly Smooth Stone. Because I think the defense is what we care about the most. We don't really care about energy. Strength scaling is useful, but hard to find to be like Gira or Duvudal. And there's always just like a bunch of crappy ones, right? There's like Stone Calendar and whatever. Darkstone Periapt, right? Like, it's not worth it to go here and skip an upgrade if we're just going to get Darkstone Periapt. What would the upgrade be? Tantrum? I don't know. Yeah, I guess I'll go fight an elite, just because there's no upgrade. No good upgrade. It would probably be Tranquility over Tantrum. It's a pretty fine line, though. Yeah, you keep suggesting collect, but like I think by the time the extra turn of collect pays off. I think we usually play collect for like 1 or 2. And like by the time it's 3 turns after we play collect, I don't think we care about the extra energy that much anymore. I think we're just like trying to get rid of the miracle so that we can start doing infinite stuff. It is kind of useful to increase the energy of the deck a little bit, because we do have to play a lot of cards. It might be better than Tantrum. That's fair. Yeah, I don't know. Just like relics aren't that good. Right. Yeah, I guess I'll go fight. All right. Violence. What is the order of these? They all draw cards. I guess we want the maximum like energy efficiency, right? So wheel kick is like 17 damage per energy. This is 15. And I guess violence gets infinite, right? Because it's Flash of Steel. He's never attacking. So Fear Notable is not going to change our stance. Yeah, let's draw Tantrum. Darn. Okay. Great. Next fight. See, we had an we could have picked an establishment and meditate. We would have been looking for that so hard. This card reward would be so insane if we had picked the establishment. We were looking for both worship and meditate. I think we're probably skipping it as is. Yeah. All right, Slavers. What is the maximum turn 1 damage for Slavers? Okay, so the Taskmaster is always hitting for 7. Blue Slaver is hitting for 13. And Red Slave is hitting for 14. 13 plus 14 is 27, plus 7 is 34. Hey, Guitar. We can rip a Flex Pot, and then, like, Omniscience Tantrum to do a ton of damage to somebody. And then, like, Violence and get Wheel Kick and stuff. I think the solution to this fight is just absolutely go off on turn 1. And we have Violence and Omniscience, so I think we're just gonna go for it. Has Ansan gone missing? I haven't seen him on streaming in a while. I don't know. Should we call the police? Okay, well that went well. They do not hit the same target. Duality. Interesting. Okay. Weave is a card. We have a Cut Through Fate. Main combo is the Talk to the Hand, right? Third Eye Cut Through Fate. Seems like kind of an extra card. We did just pick a duality though, so like if we can get a bunch of attacks in a turn, and then like drink an artifact potion or something, that's pretty good. Yeah, when I was naming all the defensive relics, I did not name duality. It's not insane in the deck, but it's pretty good. Flash of Steels in the deck. I mean, if you're playing an infinite number of attacks, duality pays off pretty well. Now we just need a Calipers. Yes, it does. Yeah, when you get any temporary stat, it gives you both a permanent version of the stat and a debuff that causes another debuff at the end of your turn, and that so both of those debuffs can be blocked. The one that's called temporary stat, which is itself a debuff, and then the negative permanent version of that stat that it gives you at the end of the turn are both debuffs. So orange pellets would clear the temporary stat, whereas the artifact pot would block the end of turn negative permanent stat. Yeah, I think we're skipping. Okay. I guess we're taking another upgrade. Maybe we could recall here, since the upgrades aren't particularly good. Tantrum, Collect, Tranquility are kind of the ones we've talked about. Hey, Rainhorse. Cut Through Fate and Third Eye are also kind of in the conversation. Recalling at the end of Act 2 is kind of a mood. I also like that. I think we haven't shuffled at all in Act 2. I think our Sundial has literally been on 1 the entire act. We've won every fight on turn 1, I believe. Definitely never shuffled. I wish that Flash of Steel Plus drew 2 cards. That'd be sweet. Hey, Beating the Heart. Nice. Congratulations. It's a good one. It's a good feeling. For some reason, when I first was climbing Ascensions, I got stuck on Ascension 19 for like a long time. Getting to Ascension 20 was a big moment for me. I was already on Ascension 20 with all the characters when they released the Heart. So beating the Heart didn't feel like a huge accomplishment. I was like, okay, I get it. But getting to Ascension 20 was a big deal. Violence Plus draws an extra card, if we're looking for an extra card draw. Yeah, Ascension 5, heal less after boss battles, that one's tough. I feel like Ascension 15 is where shit gets real. It's where, like, the Apparitions event stops giving you 5 copies. Yeah, none of these upgrades are particularly good. I think I'm going to go for Tantrum Plus, though. Nah. Why? Maybe the duality convinces me to do Collect Plus, because if we have extra energy, we can play more attacks and then block. A15 is about where Silent turned into the most difficult character. Yeah, Silent is actually like really good on low Ascensions. I'm not sure what that's all about. I think that like the hallway fights get harder. Like Ascension 17 and Ascension 2 are like and 7, I guess, are the really tough ones for Silent. Silent goes from being able to like handle herself in hallway fights and then like dominating boss fights to like really struggling in hallway fights and still dominating boss fights. I think I am going to recall. There's nothing really to do here. I would hate to get trapped in Act 3. Needing to rest and not being able to. Alright, we can get an Omniscience on turn 1. He's never attacking. And playing Devotion and Study seem like priorities. If we Omniscience, we can't really do Talk to the Hand because he has artifact charges. We could Omniscience actually Signature Move would work here. We have no attacks in hand, so we can just start him off with 60 damage. Probably want to keep the Wheel Kick. It's how we fill our hand for the combo. Omniscience Collect would actually take all of our energy, so then we would end up casting Collect for 2, I believe. We would be casting it twice, so we'd get 2... Actually, maybe that's not a crazy idea. So we'd get 2 Miracle Pluses next turn. Oh, how do you pronounce Omniscience, Rainhorse? Is it Omniscience? Omniscience. I wish we had Scry 6. This is the other one. This would be block 6 whenever we Scry. Omniscience. Oh, sorry, you meant sounds in terms of like what the line is. Yeah, I think omniscience is my preferred pronunciation. I feel like hearing myself say it sounds like a cowboy after hearing myself say omniscience. Just feels so refined. I feel positively omniscient after I have my cup of tea. Are you questioning whether or not I sound like a cowboy, or are you questioning what cowboys are? I really want to Omniscience Talk to the Hand, but I can't. It makes me sad. I guess I'll just Omniscience Signature Move. It's like, might as well just get 60 damage in, right? We could just Omniscience Trip. But I kind of want Trip later. It would clear out 2 artifact charges, though. But then we'd never land Talk to the Hand, because Trip is the only way to clear artifact charges. I think we're just never playing Talk to the Hand in the fight. What if we Omni-Battle him? We'd get a lot of smites. That's true. I kind of wanted this to be the first fight where I go infinite, but it's an interesting line. We also probably want to play Study this turn. So it'd be like... Omniscience Battle him. I mean, smites do a lot of damage. I think we would struggle to keep up. Yeah, so 12 damage when unupgraded, but yeah. Yeah, I think Omni Signature Move is probably where I'm at, but it is a very interesting line to Omni Battle him. How many turns before he does his thing? Does that beat him? So he Hyper Beams on turn 5. So if we are... Let's see. So we would actually gain 2 on a turn after his... or before his second turn, right? So we would actually be 1 turn behind. We'd have to be blocking a Hyper Beam with 8 smites in hand. So that line gets us killed. I think. If we try to do it the way you're suggesting, with literally 10 smites. Yeah, let's just get rid of the signature move. It's an interesting idea, though. I want to play both powers, and I guess I'll play Tranquility just to get rid of it, since I'm sensitive to energy consumption. He should be flailing this turn, yeah. Oh, you know what? We actually would have had time. The pattern section of his wiki page is it tricked me, because it says that he starts with spawn orbs, but then it starts a list at 1. Alright. Are these cards good? He's flailing this turn and then boosting next turn, so we can go into Wrath mode next turn. We don't know what the orbs are doing. I think these are fine. But we don't want to flail this turn. Or we don't want to, whatchamacallit, tantrum this turn. So we'll hold these. Okay, he's got violence. Nobody's attacking this turn. Or at least, he's not attacking. He's most likely stealing. He's attacking. So let's kill him. We can probably kill both of them, actually. Yeah, we can do 60 damage to him with Wheel Kick. So let's just put the damage onto him. I'll just take the Fear No Evil to kill him. Maybe we'll get back into Calm with it. Nope. And we need to develop some powers. And I'll go ahead and collect for 0. Just get rid of it. He is attacking this turn, so Fear No Evil will exit. Let's go ahead and Flash of Steel first. We have 3 insights in hand, so we can draw 6 of these cards. And potentially go infinite right now. I think it's very likely we go infinite this turn, so let's do that. So we've got a Flash of Steel there. We basically just need to clear out our hand and play Cut Through Fate. So we've got 3, 6, 9 cards, so insight is safe. Let's get rid of Violence. There is only 1 attack, so this will get exactly that. 3, 6, 9, 10 cards in hand, so we're over by 2 cards. So we can play, like, Safety, Insight, and then we're infinite. Okay, so let me explain this, because there's actually, I would say, potentially a bug. There's, like, a buggy feature here. That's actually really important for the combo. Oh wait, no, I'm wrong. Sometimes when you do this combo, you're relying on a buggy feature, but we actually aren't relying on it here. I guess I'll describe it anyway. So a lot of the times when you're doing Sundial Infinites, you have 2 cards that both cost 1, and at least one of them draws 2 cards. And if you read Sundial, it seems like that shouldn't be an infinite, right? Because it's like you playing 2 cards. You are shuffling after each card, and so in order to shuffle 3 times, you'd have to play 3 cards, right? And you only get 2 energy back, so it doesn't seem like that would be infinite, but it is because the way that the card that draws 2 cards, it'll shuffle the draw pile, put 1 card in it, draw that 1 card, and then it'll try and draw the second card. It'll see that the draw pile is empty, and it'll shuffle. Even though there aren't any cards in the discard pile, so it'll count as shuffling twice, even though it's shuffling 0 cards the second time. And if it draws 8 cards, it still only shuffles twice, because after it tries to shuffle an empty drop discard pile, that's when it realizes, okay, we're done here. We can't do any more drawing. So if you try and draw multiple cards out of a draw pile when there's only 1 card in your discard pile, you will shuffle exactly twice, is the way that feature works. Although it's very strange. We don't rely on that here because we only spend 1 energy to draw 2 cards, so we're like well under the limit for Sundial. This will be energy positive, but that's how the combo works, or the weird buggy feature works. Okay, this is our first infinite of the run. Won't be our last. Hopefully. It's a pretty good setup. It only took us a couple of turns. We aren't even relying on the Orblings holding any cards. We, like, got there by ourselves with the card removes. And we're even still holding a couple of cards that exhaust, like Battle Hymn and Talk to the Hand and stuff. Infinite decks! Okay. A fruit juice. Nice. We can't add more cards to the deck, but Deus Ex Machina doesn't add cards to the deck and makes the setup easier. So I imagine Deus Ex Machina is a kind of a snap pick here. Hey, Pixel Nice. Yeah, typical Monday. We're just doing infinites. I thought this was going to be a Rushdown infinite, but then we got a Sundial, so it's a Sundial infinite instead. No Rushdown involved. I thought it was going to be both for a while, but we never found the Rushdown, so we made do. Sure. Okay. Runic Pyramid draws us a 10-card hand really easily, so that makes it a lot easier to set up. We're not too afraid of statuses because we have Medical Kit, so wounds can't hurt us anymore. Yeah, there can't be an infinite in my game. If something was infinite, the game would feel too broken. I don't know. It's not like it might end up being possible. It's currently not possible, but it might end up being possible. There's currently nothing. All skills cost time, and there's no way to gain time back. But I'm not like committed to that. Oops, like my finger slipped. I just literally clicked on that by accident. Okay. So up against Runic Pyramid are Black Star and Coffee Dripper. I definitely don't hate Coffee Dripper. I did click on it just a second ago. I could have just rolled with it, because I think Coffee Dripper is actually pretty good here. The main thing standing between us and trivializing every fight is we have to play a bunch of powers and draw a bunch of cards. And Coffee Dripper helps us get extra energy per turn to play all those cards. So Anasbana, this is not one of the times when it's when you should drink fruit juice. We don't get any extra value out of this. The end of act healing is based on your missing health, and drinking fruit juice doesn't give us any extra missing health. The thing that you've said is also untrue, unlikely now. It heals for exactly the same if we do it now or at the beginning of Act 3. There's no difference. Because we'll have the same amount of missing health. Okay, so Runic Pyramid effectively like draws a bunch of cards, right? Because it just like, after 2 turns our hand is full. And that's nice. We don't really need to particularly like set up any cards together, but we're doing infinites, so but we do already have a lot of card draw. We've got a Wheel Kick, we've got an Omniscience, which kind of draws cards, Flash of Steel. We didn't have any trouble getting to a full hand in that last thing. We did top deck Study though. Study was in our first hand, so we had a lot of insights. And as previously belabored extensively, Study is quite slow, so if we don't top deck it, drawing a full hand could be difficult. It's weird how Study, like, I complained about it a bunch when we got it, and then I upgraded it, and then now it's like a core of the deck. Like, we can't draw 10 cards without Study, effectively. We, like, need those insights. Yeah, this is a tough decision. If we Coffee Dripper, we might end up like literally wasting campsites, right? Because we've got most of the upgrades we need. Yeah, I mean, we mostly don't care about the card draw rate. We just draw to our 10 card hand and then spin in place while people die. But yeah, Pyramid can be difficult. It's unlikely for Pyramid to screw us because we have Medical Kit. So like the nightmare scenario of like Pyramid and 10 wounds can't happen. I would say Pyramid makes our Time Lord fight slightly worse. We're probably just going to infinite Time Lord. I mean, like, not infinite, but whatever, play 11 attacks in one block or something. Maybe we'll do 10 attacks and Deceive Reality Safety or something. Shouldn't be a big deal. Actually, maybe Runic Pyramid makes our Time Lord fight better, because we don't have to waste time drawing the cards. Yeah, I think Unlikely Mao's got the right idea. Pyramid makes the infinite like happen faster, but like I don't know. I'm a little bit afraid of Pyramid because like with the insights, I don't know. I guess we don't ever care about overdrawing, do we? What about Chosen One with all the powers? Chosen One tends to die when you infinite him. I think that's probably going to be our solution to that, and most fights from here on. We don't need any removals. We already have a thin enough deck. I guess let's update that number. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 removes. So we've got a 21 card deck with 12 removes, so it's effectively a 9 card deck already. Which is plenty. We'd only need to go down to 11, so going down to 9 is... we're in good shape. Yeah, I think it's probably Pyramid. Pyramid prevents us from getting screwed really badly, too. We can, like, hold stuff against the Spire Elites and Heart. Okay, it is Awaken 1. We might not even fight Time Lord. It's possible. We do have to fight a Mega Elite, because we haven't done that yet. Luckily, the Mega Elite is nice and late. Probably going to go to the fire before that. I'm not sure which of these routes I'll want, but we'll probably end up here, because one of these two. So we'll be here, and then if we go through this shop, we will go this way. If we go through this guy, we might want to go to that shop. Good chance we'll want to go like this, though, because there's an Act 4 shop. So probably going through there to here. A couple of question marks there. Might as well optimize for question marks. Act 3 question marks are good. Okay. I always forget that this deck is a Runic Dome deck, because I just pull up the wiki and then it doesn't matter. Okay. Sorry, I've got some tabs to close. Let's pull up some shapes. Alright. The Exploders are definitely attacking for 11. The Repulsors can be attacking. Or the Repulsor. So max damage here is 22 plus 13 is 35. That's a lot of damage. And we can't really do anything about it. So I guess we just Deceive Reality Safety. Hope for the best. I'll go ahead and play this while we've got the energy to do so. Great. Okay, so we can Omniscience a Wheel Kick or Tantrum or something. How about this? How about we Violence, looking for Tantrum, and then we Omniscience something that's left behind. I guess we are risking getting Wheel Kick. In fact, it's very likely. There's only a couple of attacks here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 attacks. So I guess it's like 50-50-ish. Alright, let's see what we get. No on either of them. Alright, I think we just Omniscience the Tantrum then with the Gold Plank signature move. Screw this guy, I guess. I'll take an Insight. And now we can't play it because we don't have enough energy. I'm not sure how I was planning this to work. I guess we'll just end with Vigilance. Signature movie is terrible with Pyramid. Not something I considered before right now. This Exploder's exploding. And we have no way to stop him. Oh wait, Trip Wheel Kick stops him. Okay. Great. Stops him dead in his tracks. Let's see. If we Insight, we draw effectively 3 cards. So 3, 6, 8 cards in hand. This is safe. We might actually be infinite right now. Let's go ahead and draw some more cards. Is Wheel Kick lethal? It is. Great. I should probably think more about setting up Sundial and Nunchaku. The Nunchaku is coincidentally set up, but I did not do that on purpose. Both of these are upgraded. They're both worth considering. I don't think they're worth picking, though. Probably the Tranquility punches higher than the Crescendo, but we've already got a Tranquility. Having 2 of them seems suspicious. Seems sus. Yeah, let's skip it. Okay. A Glowing Tesseract. Well, we haven't taken damage since, like, Act 1, so spending 10 health to see some extra cards seems reasonable. A lot of colorless cards draw. So, like, Master Reality... Or, sorry, Master Strategy, Secret Technique, Secret Weapon, another Violence. There's also things like Apotheosis that we probably don't want. What's the 0-cost block and draw thing? That one would be insane. Have you heard of Ben Feingold? Was he like the... was he like a finance person in the Obama administration? Chess player. Okay, no idea, apparently. I feel like the name's familiar, but apparently not. Yeah, Deep Breath and Flash. Deep Breath would be insane. Second Flash of Steel would be okay. I want the Finesse. Finesse would be better than Flash of Steel, but they're both options. Another Trip. Ooh. There's a Finesse and a Secret Weapon. Finesse doesn't interfere with the combo. It does... doesn't particularly help either. I guess... Let's see. What's the best against Time Lord? Probably Secret Weapon. Secret Weapon gets Talk to the Hand down. Yeah, let's grab Secret Weapon. Right, Finesse is unnecessary because the heart is never getting more than 2 Beat of the Heart, right? So we're always going to outscale him with Talk to the Hand. Yeah, this run certainly does. The Infinite already blocks versus the Heart, because we have Talk to the Hand. We don't need any of these, and we don't need any of these, so we're just skipping the rest. Okay. I think that's still a good outcome, even though we paid 10 health for 1 card. I think that's worth it. Okay. Allows you to block without playing 100 cards. Where's the fun in that? Don't you want to play 100 cards? Let's see what this wants to do. If Cut Through Fate gets a non-attack, we can play a signature move. Those aren't attacks. Probably not playing Omniscience right now. Probably not playing Deceive Reality either. Actually, maybe I am. So how much does he hit for on turn 1? He is an orb walker. Come on, Wiki. Cooperate. 16, this is max. So we need a block for... This blocks for 7, develops a safety. This blocks for 11, enters calm. I like blocking for 11 and enter calm. Get some more energy for next turn. Okay. Seems like we're close to getting lethal. Not exactly there, though. Trip is always happening. Secret weapon can't get lethal, right? Wheel kick is not enough. But wheel kick could get tantrum, which would be enough. It's not quite enough, but it functionally is. Okay. A lot of upgraded cards. Flurry, Tranquility, Indignation. I think we're no on all these. We were already an infinite deck, so we don't really need more attacks per turn or anything with Flurry. We've said no to Tranquility a bunch of times now, and I don't see any reason to reconsider. And Indignation is just a worse Wrath Enter. We've already got the best one. Alright, let's hit some more question marks. Maybe get Mind Bloom. It seems like an expensive mask. But it does help remove artifact charges. If we do that and... see, Donu deck I start with 3, right? So if we do Rid Mask and then we Omniscience the Trip, we could land a Talk to the Hand on turn 1 against them. It's worth considering. I mean, I'm not sure what else I'm doing with the gold, right? If we assume we don't go to either shop, how much gold do we have by the end of the act? Doing 2 elites and potentially 0 hallway fights for the rest of the game. Oh wait, this one. So I'll have like 150 gold for X4 versus having like 320. I'd rather have 320, but I still might buy the mask. We probably just want potions in the Act 4 shop. I don't think we're going to want cards or a card remove or anything. Yeah, I think this is better than just holding gold. What's the best card remove? Probably Signature Move. Signature moves have been difficult to play recently. Alright. Might be the most expensive mask I've ever bought. Usually don't buy them when they cost that much. We don't want more cards, even though these do make things cheaper. I guess Madness hitting Omniscience is pretty good. It also gives us some good upgrades. Madness Plus is quite a bit better than Madness Regular. We definitely don't want the Writhe. Usually it's going to be Retrace Your Steps. Wheel Kick's another good target. It's really difficult to target it with Pyramid, though, so I think we're just going to lose some max HP. It's true, it does give us extra infinite outs. Good point. Do we need that, though? Deus Ex Machina gives us 1 extra energy. Collect Plus gives 1 extra energy. Tranquility Plus gives 1 extra energy. I think we're probably hunting for one of those. We're kind of energy constrained on the setup. Of those choices, Tranquility Plus is useful as an emergency tool to exit Wrath. I guess Deus Ex Machina gives us an energy that can be used for anything, right? So potentially that's more useful. Deus Ex Machina requires playing more cards, which Tranquility Plus does not. Collect also does. We have some hand size problems with Pyramids, so I think I'm going to lean away from these two and do the Tranquility Plus. Yeah, exactly. That's the real reason to not pick the Madnesses, is I don't want them in the deck blocking draws. Triple Jawworm. I always get confused by the hard mode description of the Jawworms in the wiki. So they're going to be hitting for max 17 each. 17 times 3. Oh, but they're weak, so they lose 4 damage, so it's 13. So they're hitting for 39, theoretically. I don't know why I added all that up, because there's nothing I can do about it. So I should have held the trip as well. I'm going to restart the fight to do that. There's no point in using it this turn. Okay. I guess I'll play Collect for 2. This is a horrible draw. Oh wow, they took it easy on me. Okay. Alright, we're going to need to draw some cards here, so Cut Through Fate and Flash of Steel need to do some work. I'll play Cut Through Fate first, because it's possible we see 2 cards we want. We're really just looking for, like, Wheel Kick. Oh, let's trip first. Omniscience looking at Wheel Kick. We've got tons of energy. I'll take Omniscience. And are we putting it on Wheel Kick? Because if so, we're drawing 4 cards. So we need to clear up some hand room. Yeah, we need to clear up 1 slot. Okay. We have already drawn Wheel Kick. Oh no, it's here. Okay. Alright, Flash of Steel is hitting for 4. It's not very much. We've got a Violence in hand, so we're presumably gonna land some additional damage. I guess let's see what's in the Violence. Tantrum hits for 12. 12 plus, this will be 8, is 20. Doesn't waste too much. I don't know what Dark Orb max damage is. This is kind of scary, because Fear to Evil can miss here. But I don't really see any alternative. Oh wait, we can just kill this guy. Okay. Alright, he was attacking, but now he's dead. And let's place some powers and develop a safety. Okay, Tantrum Smite should do it. Doing a terrible job setting up Nunchaku, as per usual. We're no on all of these for sure. We just talked about Flurry of Blows. We definitely don't want a second Collect. It's an obstacle for the deck. So is Crescendo. Alright, well that's a pretty good outcome from Triple Jawworm. I was kind of worried about that fight. We only lost 4 health. Okay. Cut Through Fate is good. He can be hitting for 45, is that correct? Is he forbidden from attacking for 45 on turn 1? He is forbidden from doing 45 on turn 1. It's either attack or debuff, unless the wiki's lying. Alright, let's go ahead and trip, and then Cut Through Fate and try and draw some better stuff. This is not really what I'm looking for. That's what I'm looking for. Give me that talk to the hand. Okay, let's find out if he's attacking. He isn't, so he's debuffing. I guess I'm playing both of these anyway, but I'll hold the safety. We're already in Calm. This is not good. Okay, great. Burns don't scare me. I've got Medical Kit. Omniscience can hit like Wheel Kick or Tantrum. Unfortunately, he's intangible this turn. So infiniting him this turn, while possible, would be onerous. I might do it, though. I might click 154 buttons. Give me a sec to catch up on chat. So if we Omniscience a Wheel Kick, we draw the whole deck. We still got 15 cards in the draw pile to draw through, though. I don't think we're probably infiniting here. Violence draws 3 of these 4. We actually could Omniscience a signature move here. He can be attacking for 45, so Tantrum is out. We're not playing that. We could Omniscience a Battle Hymn. Get some smites. Just try and outnumber the burns. The problem with Omniscience Wheel Kick is it literally draws the whole deck, but nothing more, so I can't, like, Violence and then do it. I guess I could Violence, and then if it magically misses Wheel Kick, who can play Wheel Kick? I guess I'll do that. I did not. We could still Omniscience. Omniscience, the signature move, wouldn't do anything. I guess Omnisciencing Battle Hymn is fine, and then Wheel Kick would shuffle. We're always playing safety this turn. Could still be taking 19 damage. I guess we could shuffle with Wheel Kick, Flash of Steel, and then Double Miracle, Omniscience on, like, Third Eye. That makes a lot of sense to me. Okay. Hey, Max. Oh, Third Eye's in hand, so we can't Omniscience it. It's the only card we can't Omniscience. I guess we could Omniscience Vigilance for much the same result. That's a good point. No, I missed that. You're right. I should have played safety at the end of the turn. Although I was potentially filling up my hand. 3, 6, 9. No, there would have been room. All right. I'll go ahead and Omniscience the Vigilance. And okay, we're blocked out. I think we'll Double Miracle out the Study and the Battle Hymn. Okay, I think we're always playing Burns. We have Fear No Evil to tell us if he is... oh, great. It's not 999. Yes. Yeah, if we're going to do top 5 most dome-affected fights, for me it's Spaghetti Monster is the first, and then, like, Rectomancer is pretty bad. And Time Lord's pretty bad. And then maybe Nemesis. He's definitely up there. Having a block for 45 sometimes is kind of a nightmare. I think we can kill him this turn. Like Tantrum. Oh, I guess we have to Fear No Evil first if we want to signature move in Wrath mode. So it's like Fear No Evil, Tantrum, Smite, Sig. Alright, let's do this first and see if he plans to attack. It didn't say he didn't, and I believe he can't triple attack twice in a row. He can't triple attack he can't attack 3 times in a row, so he could be attacking, regular attacking. So then Tantrum, Smite, signature move would be 9 plus 24 is 33 plus 60 is 93. And then we'd be relying on Insight to do more damage. I'll try it, though. It's not every day we get to actually play the signature move. Tranquility, obviously, to escape. I guess we could have third-eyed. Too late now. Tantrum's not good next turn. Should have Nirvana'd before we played the Scry to block for extra. Probably should have played Collect for 0 as well. Wait, what? It said... Oh, man. I thought that even though I was in Calm, I thought it would say the enemy does not plan to attack if he didn't plan to attack. Darn. I misunderstood that mechanic. Okay, we can cut through Fate for either of these two cards, or we can shuffle. Might as well take the Insight. And then shuffle and draw some cards. Get rid of this. I guess we're playing the Trip anyway. Irritatingly. And then, like, Smite, Deceive, Reality, Safety. How has Collect been treating you? Pyramid feels like a good place for it. It's not been good. It's mostly been sort of an obstacle to getting infinites going. Which is what the deck really wants to be doing. But it hasn't been terrible either. So Smite blocks for an extra 2. And I'm pretty concerned about getting hit for 45, so I will block for an extra 2. I'll go ahead and just get rid of Collect. We're getting lethal next turn no matter what, so I guess it doesn't matter. Alright, he never attacked for 45, so that's nice of him. I guess Tantrum first from extra wheel kick damage. A Bottled Tornado. We're always drinking this for the Ambrosia Pop. We can bottle Study. If we really do want Study on turn 1, we can bottle it now. Other options are we could bottle Devotion to get into Divinity quickly. We could not bottle anything. Not bottling anything feels surprisingly good. We want to draw, like, Violence and Wheel Kick and, like, Talk to the Hand. There's, like, a bunch of more important cards. Omniscience. Cut Through Fate. And, like, Study taking up a hand slot is not amazing. Like, imagine fighting Transient and having a Study in your hand turn 1. You're like, well, I wish this wasn't here. I guess we're very unlikely to fight Transient, huh? Because we're just going to do this route, and there's probably no Transients in these question marks. Okay. Alright, if we're not fighting Transient, I think bottling Study is probably correct. And none of these. Bag of Prep. Well, if I knew I was getting the Bag of Prep, I never would have hesitated for the Bottled Tornado. Blocking out cards in your opening hand is really the only reason to skip bottles, but if you've got Bag of Prep and, like, Runic Pyramid, probably good to go. I'll take more upgrades because I don't want to fight Transient. Deus Ex Machina. We definitely don't want to upgrade Secret Weapon or battle him. Is it time to finally do Tantrum? No. I think like Cut Through Fate and Third Eye have a pretty good argument. Yeah, I think it's going to be either Cut Through Fate, Third Eye, or Deus Ex Machina, or Collect. I'm going to go with Cut Through Fate, I think. Kind of a tough one to figure out. We're scraping the bottom of the barrel. Cut Through Fate does make the Infinite go faster, because Cut Through Fate is part of the Infinite, so if we get extra damage on it, goes faster. Which is actually pretty persuasive against, like, Time Lord. The speed of the Infinite is actually, like, pretty relevant in that fight. Okay. Sure. I think we definitely fight these. Sometimes you die, but I don't think we're likely to. And rare relics are really good. Could be Clip Clasp or something. Okay. We could Third Eye before or after Flash of Steel. The argument for before is we could find something. Yeah, hand space is a big reason to not do either collect or Des Ex. It's more of a reason for Des Ex than collect. But I think we can usually manipulate it so that we have room. It shouldn't be a huge deal. I kind of just want to, like, Tantrum Wheel Kick. And then we can Ambrosia Pot if we can't get out. What if we just Ambrosia Pot Wheel Kick? That's a lot of damage. How much is that? 69? It's nice. Actually, if we Wheel Kick and don't draw any attacks, we could Ambrosia Pot signature move. I think it's like Tantrum and then Ambrosia Pot and then like Wheel Kick, Flash of Steel signature. It's very unlikely to not draw any attacks. I guess we can kind of set it up with Third Eye. I'm not really interested in holding on to the Ambrosia Pot. I kind of want to spend it. Let's see. This hits for 99 with the Ambrosia Pot, which conveniently kills him, so we're going to put the rest of the damage into him. Darn, they both intend to attack, so we have to go into calm with this. We can't do 99. Oops, I messed it up. Secret Weapon can go get Tantrum. And then we can, like, Tantrum, Fear No Evil. Or I guess Fear No Evil, then Tantrum, then signature move. Yeah, that should be lethal, right? Yeah, all roads lead to Rome here. Okay. Prayer Wheel. Super useless. One of the worst rare relics for this situation. Oh well. We downgraded our Ambrosia Pot to a Dex Pot. Darn. None of these. Fear No Evil we've already got one of. Evaluate's just bad. Tranquility's bad. Moving on. Gonna take one more upgrade in the run. I guess it's possible we upgrade at the final fire of Act 3 as well. Gosh, I've been just whittling away at these upgrades forever. Has this run ever rested? I think we've never rested. Let's do the Third Eye. Get that maximum scrying. Okay, gets a little bit more block too. An important resource. Giant Head's pretty bad against infinites, I've heard. Okay. So we have to optimize for slow procs. So we'll play the non-attacks first. And then I'll talk to the hand so that we can block out. This doesn't really matter. I'll take the Omniscience so that we can exhaust something later. And I'll get rid of the Collect. Okay. Violence draws 2 cards. Probably wanted to do a little bit more than that. We can actually signature move right now. That's pretty neat. Could Secret Weapon for Tantrum and then signature move. Yeah, what the hell is going on with Giant Head? He's sort of mystical, but he's like way less fantastic than all the rest of the Act 3 stuff. The like giant spines of forgotten creatures and the like transients and stuff. But like, what the hell? What is it? I'm so confused by Giant Head. I think we're trying to go off this turn, so we're gonna play the Miracles first. We could Omniscience a Devotion, that's kind of neat. Or Nirvana or something. Omniscience for Tranquility is kind of cute too, because it gives us extra energy after we Tantrum. Yeah, he like counts down and stuff. It's so wacky. I guess that we can't go off this turn. Oh wait, I could just like Third Eye, throw these cards away, and then Insight, huh? And then Omniscience can hit anything in the shuffle. And we can like Omniscience Wheel Kick or something. Yeah, that's way better. Okay, so we're picking one card we want to keep. I got one card is either Devotion or Ascender's Bane. I guess I'll keep the Tranquility. And then we're Omnisciencing Wheel Kick, but we're going to do that after we play Tantrum. And Signature Move. Violence gets us the Cut Through Fate. Looks like we can't quite go off. We're so close, but not quite. Right? Yeah, so I guess we just want to hold 5 cards. Let's go ahead and exhaust the Violence, because it's not doing much. And then I guess we just play, like, Devotion, and then we go off for free next turn. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 cards held, so we draw all 3 and go off. Yeah, okay, great. Okay. Let's play something random to make hand room. And then we're off to the Flash of Steel Cut Through Fate show. Looks like a bad Nunchaku setup is likely. There's not much we can do about that. I mean, I guess we could let the Giant Head live a turn, but... not too bad, 6. Got Gira. Well, I guess we're doing that at the last campsite. Hey, Establishment wants to get back in the day. We have a couple of Establishment things. The Battle Hymn. Safety. It's not terrible. It is a card in the deck, and we'd have to play it. Draw it. Seems unnecessary, but not bad. The other cards are super bad. I think this is the 5th pressure points we've been offered. We could have been taking all the pressure points. Somebody wanted me to pick a floor 2 pressure points. I did not do it. What did I pick instead? Oh yeah, Wheel Kick. That's a good card. Right, I think we're skipping. Deck doesn't need any help. No thank you. We did get Mind Bloom. Seems like a rare relic is a good idea. Doubt and Mark of the Bloom seem bad. Okay. We can Omniscience on Tantrum or something. Yeah, I know, right? Classic Pyramid Establishment. We could just hold Omniscience, too. Nah, let's just play it. Let's get rid of something. I don't know. Let's do Vigilance. That gives us some extra energy next turn. I guess we have a Tranquility in hand, so it doesn't really matter. It's true. We have already killed Slime Boss, and he's such a stylish monster. I feel kind of bad for killing him. But not too bad. He kills me a lot, so you know. All's fair. Kind of just playing random cards. Not really the best approach for Slime Boss. Kind of want to play Tantrum again. Sweet. How many tantrums can one watcher have? A lot, turns out. Turns out the answer is a high number. No one knows exactly, but it's enough. We're just running down the whole list of the worst rare relics. Got a prayer wheel and a stone calendar. Okay, fine. Do you play slimes for free? No. It adds costs to things that don't have costs. Is the Maw the tertiary head type of enemy? Tertiary head. I think of the Maw as a jawworm type of enemy. But it's interesting that you're saying he's a head type enemy. What would be the second head type enemy? Yeah, he's mouth-based. Oh, man. I think we're skipping all these for reasons that I've explained repeatedly with this deck. Blessing of the Forge seems terrible because we already have all the important cards upgraded. We could use it to upgrade Miracles from Deus Ex Machina. That's kind of the best use. It's a pretty good use. I think it's probably more useful than 2 decks. Alright. Lift versus Smith. Seems like a pretty clear lift. 9 health. Yeah, it's true. Mind Bloom maybe should make you fight an Act 2 boss. Although if you got Mind Bloom on like the second floor of Act 3, that would be really uncomfortable. I don't know, man. Yeah, like sometimes like a champ or something can beat an Act 3 deck. It would definitely make Mind Bloom more interesting. Mind Bloom is currently like usually just either you have Omamori and you take the gold, or you do the rare relic for free. Also, like, it has a really weird interaction with Pantograph. I think, like, Pantograph is so good already. Mind Bloom shouldn't count, but it does. Sure, I'll take a strength. Rawr. Mind Bloom does not have a leave option. That's a good point. Real pew pew. You're bringing the game developer wisdom there. Contextualizes the player's journey. Sorry, I need to clean my glasses. I think? I'm not sure exactly what happened. I'm not sure if there was like something hanging off my glasses. Suddenly my peripheral was full of like a bouncy insect that I couldn't quite see. Okay. Alright, we got an Awakened one. He is probably attacking, right? We can close the Monsters tab. Not going to fight any more of those. Oh, he always starts with Slash. I always forget that. Okay, so he's attacking for 22. Why does he start with 2 strength? Have I already played Power? Hitting for 22. I know I said I wanted to save the Forge Pot for Miracles, but it seems like a pretty good hand for it. Hits Devotion and Deceive Reality and stuff. I guess it's still not good. Gonna need like some Deceive Reality safety-ish stuff going on. We just have a lot of powers. I guess let's, I could start with, like, Tantrum Wheel Kick to kill a cultist. But then we're getting hit for 40 instead of 20. Nice. Yeah, he's... That'll start you going. Shut you down. The Ritual Dagger. Maybe we just Wheel Kick. Yeah, it is Ritual Dagger. At least that's my read. I don't know. I don't know if that's confirmed. Yeah, let's just Wheel Kick. It seems unsafe to play Tantrum here. Unsafe and unnecessary. Alright, I'll play Study and Safety. How about that? We do overdraw a little bit here. Most likely. Or somewhat likely, I guess. Yeah, there it is. That's what I was talking about. Okay, we're definitely going to talk to the hand on Awakened 1, because by the time that wears off, we're doing infinite stuff and we don't care anymore. We should talk about Mind Bloom's soundtrack, because that's the true reward. Best soundtrack in the game. Interesting. Doesn't it just play with the Act 1 boss thing? To my great discredit, have never paid attention to it. These two, Tantrum plus Cut Through Fate, kills this cultist. Huh, what does it do? We have no stance exit in hand. We're likely to find one with Cut Through Fate. There's 2 in here, and an Insight, and an Omniscience, and a Flash of Steel. We, like, basically can't miss, but we could miss. I'm gonna assume that we don't miss. I guess we could Secret Weapon first to remove some misses. Yeah, actually Fear No Evil hits too, Jesus. There's like basically, yeah, is it really even possible to miss? We get to see 2 cards with Cut Through Fate, so there'd have to be 3 misses. Violence is a hit. Flash of Steel probably hits. So it'd have to be like Trip, Collect. Yeah, we literally can't miss. Everything else is a hit. Okay, so great. Yeah, these are all hits, except for Collect. I'll just take the Violence. Okay. And we'll develop Talk the Hand. And play Signature Move to kill this cultist. Sure. And then Miracle out a Fear No Evil to exit. Or we could try and draw Tranquility, and then we can develop Nirvana. Or Devotion. We have some hand size issues right now, so... it seems like playing Fear No Evil is better than playing Insight. Although if we play Insight, we can play Trip and Tranquility, which would reduce our hand size. Alright, I guess Insight's better. I'll go ahead and Third Eye to get rid of those. They don't seem particularly useful. Okay. Omniscience on something we want to get rid of. Let's see, we currently have 10 cards in hand and 8 cards in the deck, so we need to get rid of 8 cards. Insight gets rid of itself for free. Omniscience can get rid of something else. We can, like, Omniscience Trip or something. Let's start with Flash of Steel. Kind of afraid to play the powers still. I guess we can get rid of Secret Weapon for free as well. Tantrum Fear No Evil makes sense. And then we could, like, Omniscience to get rid of... Oh, then we can Omniscience the the whatchamacallit. Wheel kick. That makes sense. I'm gonna make a slight variation on that. And play one of these while we're in Wrath mode. Let's get rid of this Insight. We drew a Miracle. Okay. We're almost there. Unfortunately, Sundial is not set up, so if I cut through Fate, I don't gain an energy. And cut through Fate can't draw itself. So I guess we like cut through Fate, Fear No Evil collect or something. Maybe we need to block. Maybe it's just like Vigilance collect. Yeah, Vigilance collect makes a lot of sense to me. Ouch. It's a little bit shocking that he can still hit me. I'll go ahead and take the Vigilance. And then we have to play a power. Anything but that one. And then we're infinite. Okay. Surprisingly costly. Which we should be fine for the next fight. Alright, just chunking down the Awakened one here. Very slow combo. Does what? 15 damage per cycle or something? Oh, I guess he's vulnerable, so it's slightly more. It's 21 damage per cycle. Alright. What's the point of finishing with Tantrum? Oh, we could enter Wrath, that's true. And then mess up the combo because I'm an idiot. Awesome. Great job. Should be fine. Okay. I thought that I could make it work with Cut Through Fate milling it away, but that's definitely not how it works. I needed to have like an Insight in the hand if I wanted to do that. Yeah, exactly. Also, now we're not even in Wrath. I thought we still were. Okay, so now I'll do it with the Insight. Okay. All for just a little bit faster combo. Probably we'd be done already if we'd just done the combo instead of messing around trying to go into Wrath. When I first read your comment, I was like, he just wants to let Tantrum get the kill. That makes sense. Okay, it is Time Lord. And we took a bunch of damage, so... sorry, the Royal We, yeah. Okay. So, Time Lord's max damage is 24 on turn 1, I believe. Oh. Head Slam does 32? Yeah, it looks like he can Head Slam on turn 1. Okay, so he could be doing 32. That's a lot. I do want to play Study on turn 1, even though it's Time Lord. Actually, do I? We're definitely playing Third Eye. Talk to the Hand seems great. Other stuff seems less than necessary. Actually, Violence Tranquility is pretty good, because we can go get Tantrum and then exit. Okay, we've blocked for 32. I will... Gosh. If I play Study, it helps me get set up, but it limits me to doing, like, 9 cards per cycle instead of 10 attacks per cycle. Because presumably it's, like, 10 attacks, 2 blocks, right? Once we get the loop going. I think getting the loop going is too important to skip Study. Okay. Hit for 24, he can still hit for 32 next turn. Are we proccing the clock this turn? Seems like the answer is probably no. Oh, that's right, we weakened him. I forgot. Talk to the hand seems pretty obvious. Let's play Violence too. This is probably our Forge pot. We've got the 2 Miracles, Tantrum and stuff. So I definitely think we're proccing him this turn. So if he is multi-attacking, he'll hit for 30. So we need to block for 30. This blocks for 12. We need to exit. Play like 1 more attack or something. Seems easy enough. Signature move is playable. Omniscience is going to be tough to play in the fight, and we could play it right now. Counts as 3 cards, so we go up to 11 and then 12 for Tranquility. And we would probably hit the Nirvana. Nirvana is extremely card efficient. We have blocking. Yeah, okay. Alright, signature move no longer playable. Drat. Probably going to want to play 12 cards from here on out. Signature weapon for Tantrum makes sense as a way to start. Yeah. And then wheel kick for a bunch of damage. We could Tantrum again for more block. Yeah, okay. I don't see why not. Fear No Evil either exits Wrath mode or he's not attacking, so... 3, 6, 9 cards. We need to play 1 more before we can Miracle safely. I guess I should have played Trip before all of that. Alright, it seems like enough attacks. So let's exit if we need to. And then, we're going to play 4 more cards, so it's going to be like Miracle, Battle Hymn, Devotion, Insight, Collect. I guess it depends on what the Insight draws. So I'll do the Insight first. Okay. I guess we're not doing the Collect. I miscounted. Okay. Hand is full, so 10 cards there. 17 cards total. Need to get rid of some. Miracle and Slime seem like high priorities. Let's go ahead and start with Tantrum for the block. Get this Slime out of here. This splits him. We might actually kill him through the split here. Still have no stance exit, which is pretty scary. Why is signature move not playable? Oh, it is. I just don't have the energy. Yeah, okay, great. We just kill him. Okay, Watcher. Sure. No infinite required. Just do Watcher stuff. This fight brought to you by Talk to the Hand and Tantrum. Talk to your children about Talk to the Hand and Tantrum. Smith or Lift seem like the obvious options. We've only got 3 health, or 7 health to gain. It feels kind of rude to remove signature move after signature move is like how we killed Time Lord, which is like one of the big challenges for the round. But I definitely think we're removing signature move. Sorry, signature move. Yeah, it seems like a lift is the most impactful thing to do here. Okay, then we'll do it. Be nice to buy a fairy here, but there's no fairies to buy. Prostrate, I guess, is theoretically pickable, but it seems like we're just picking a card remove. Makes it a little bit easier to get the infinite. I think we've actually only infinited like 3 people in this run. That's true. Power Pot could get Deviform. Moving on up. All right. So we can get hit for sorry, something happened that I want to describe in detail. BE was telling me about this a long time ago. I haven't seen BE in chat for a while, but he's really smart. Spire player. He said there's a stack that describes how interactions like mutagenic strength and Clockwork Souvenir worked. And he was right, and they did work that way. So they like sort of processed from right to left. But then just now, at the beginning of this fight, I drew 5 cards, and then removed 1 artifact charge from the red mask, and then drew the 6th and 7th card, which goes left to right, because red mask is here and bag of prep's here. So maybe like red mask and bag of prep are on different triggers that both say at the start of combat? I don't know. Does Watcher have any mediocre powers? Absolutely. I would say by far the worst Watcher power is Nirvana, and it's among the worst Watcher cards, maybe among the worst cards in the game. Nirvana is not good. Yeah, Orange Pellets is amazing, obviously, but... so we can trip Talk to the Hand, which is what we were dreaming of when we bought this red mask. I literally called out this exact fight, so I'm pretty psyched that it happened. But neither one's the start of the turn. Bag of Prep and Red Mask both say at the start of each combat. But maybe Red Mask is actually at the start of combat and Bag of Prep is at the start of your first turn or something. I don't know. Yeah, we didn't voluntarily add a Nirvana. We did leave it in voluntarily. We've had lots of card removes. We could have removed it, but it gets itself out of the way, so it's not too offensive. This turn is really terrible. We got a really awful start here. So we're in some trouble. We're really hoping that Spire Shield is not attacking this turn. We could either hold Talk to the Hand and collect for 2, or we could play Talk to the Hand and collect for 1. I don't see any real obvious reason to prefer one of those over the other. I guess we could hold Talk to the Hand to turn around with it later. If we need to turn around. We're likely to find a way to turn around. I think the most relevant thing is that we have 3 extra strength this turn. So I'll just put it on the spear. Okay. Darn. That stings. That's a lot of damage. Oh my god. Act 4. Calm down. Well, I guess we can't do anything other than Deceive Reality, Safety, Battle him. So we'll just play those cards. and try not to die. I think we might just die this turn. Okay. I guess we knew that Spire Shield wasn't attacking, because he attacked last turn, but still. Felt dangerous. Alright, so the pressure is going to be on against the heart. We lost a lot of damage in this fight already. I don't think we have any more time for messing around, so we need to kill Spire Spear this turn. So I think it's like Tranquility, Tantrum, Wheel Kick, see what's going on. We can Omniscience something. Omniscience an attack in this fight is pretty lame because it can hit anybody. So maybe we just Omniscience like Third Eye? That doesn't seem good. Let's just play Insight and see what we get. Okay, we have Violence and Third Eye now. Yeah, we definitely could have Omniscienced Third Eye, that is true. Violence and Secret Weapon are kind of fighting over who draws what here. I think we Violence and then Third Eye away the Ascender's Bane, and then use the Flash of Steel to draw Insight and then shuffle, and then Omniscience something out of the shuffle. I guess we could just cut through Fate to shuffle. Or cut through Fate to draw Insight. Yeah, that seems better. Okay, so now we can Omniscience the Wheel Kick. Let's go ahead and clear up some space in hand. It looks like we're going to Infinite right now. Omniscience draws a full hand. And we've played like all the powers because we top decked all the powers. And this is Flash of Steel, so we're Infinite. Cool. And in Wrath mode. Look at that. Our setup does matter here. Yeah, I think the setup on Nunchaku matters more than Sundial. Blood Vial, it's like the crappiest pantograph. I don't think we want any of this. I think we just need to draw well. Alright, here it is. Moment of truth. That seems like drawing pretty well. Happy with that. So we like start with Omniscience and talk to the hand, and then it's like GG from there. Yeah, okay. Violence could... Let's see, we don't want to play Fear No Evil this turn because he's not attacking, obviously. I guess let's see what we get. Okay, we want to play Powers this turn, right? So it's like Study, Devotion, Collect or something. We do want to get down to 4 cards so that we can draw Deus Ex Machina if we do. So we're going to end up collecting for 0. So I think we play Tantrum Collect. That seems fine. And since we've got extra energy, we might as well Secret Weapon for the Tantrum. Or extra armor, I mean. Okay, how many statuses did we get? We got 3 statuses? Okay, I misread Insight as a status for a second. So we got 3. Not too bad. Alright, so let's play the free ones. We might try to hold on to Slime if we need the energy. Let's draw with this. Actually, let's play Tantrum, because if we can play Tantrum twice, we generate a ton of blocks, so let's try and do that. Okay. We've been voided and dazed, so we drew all 5 statuses on turn 2. Which is like the prototypical your heart fight is going poorly formula. If we fear no evil, battle him, do we ever die? We have not purged the vulnerable. So if he is hitting for 2 times 15, it's 3 times 15, that's 45. We would not die. If he's doing the big attack, it's 45. The big attack is actually bigger on the first cycle, which is always weird. But we don't die, because the big attack can just take the fairy in. Cut Through Fate does help, as does Fear No Evil. I guess Cut Through Fate can get us Ascender's Bane, and then we can exhaust that. Or Deus Ex Machina to keep the current turn going. I guess yeah, let's start with Cut Through Fate then. We can play Tranquility and battle him. Or Tranquility and Slime, but since we don't really want the... Or I guess just Third Eye. Oh wait, no, we can't play Third Eye. We have to go into Calm somehow. If we skip all of them, we could get Ascender's Bane or Deus Ex. Those are the kind of the good ones. Yeah, we don't really need... None of these are getting played this turn, so let's skip them all. Alright. We didn't hit, but that's fine. Alright. No reason to play the Days of the Void, they're exhausting anyway. It's the big multi-attack. Okay, and now we should be able to go infinite, ideally. There are, let's see, 3, 6, 9, 10 cards in hand. Is Nirvana have good beta art? I never picked Nirvana, so I don't know what it looks like. Okay, alright. Unbited, I like that. That's some top quality bread memes right there. Let's start with the Tantrum, get a bunch of energy. Wheel Kick. We could Tantrum Insight again. Or we could just Insight. Tantrum blocks for, let's see, 3 times 6. It's only 18. I kind of would rather get the combo going. We have 3, 6, 9 cards in hand, and 5 cards in the drop house. So we're at 14. Still got a little bit of removing left to do. Tranquility seems like a good candidate for removing this turn. Ascender's Bane obviously is in hand. It looks like we're not comboing. Looks like I was wrong. Well, I said Tranquility is good candidate for this turn, but that doesn't give me any card draw, so I think I'm going to get rid of it and Wheel Kick instead. Alright, Fear No Evil exits, which seems good. Also blocks a little bit. So we could do like Fear No Evil Slime. We are still vulnerable. He's hitting for 45 with vulnerable is Let's see, it's plus 22, so 67. So it looks like he's killing us, so block doesn't matter. Wait, Fear No Evil Tantrum is energy neutral. And then I could Vigilance? We're still not blocking out, right? It's actually energy positive because of the Nunchaku. Does Trip help with the finishing damage, or is it just less block? I think it's just less block. So then we play, like, Vigilance Third Eye. That seems like a lot of block. I think we're blocking out. We're drawing it either way. Okay. 3, 6, 9, 10 cards in hand, 4 cards in the draw pile, so we gotta get rid of 3 cards to infinite. We've got an Insight that gets rid of for free, so I've got to pay for 2 of them. Seems like we're pretty close. Let's play Cut Through Fate to start. To start with some block, and then we can play Slime and Insight. And now we just gotta draw 1 more card. Wheel Kick can do it. We have 3, 6, 9, 10 cards in hand, so we'd have to make room for Wheel Kick to draw 2. But then we're kind of back where we started. So to make room, we have to Nirvana. And then we can Wheel Kick, and then we're infinite. Okay. Yeah, Tranquility would have worked too. That's true. Okay. We've done it. This is energy positive, so we can kind of do whatever we want. Is there anything we're trying to set up for next turn? As long as he's under 400, I think we don't care. We just need to damage cap him 2 more times. He doesn't hit for 100, so I think we're done. It's awkward. Oops, I took damage. To the beat. Hopefully that'll be the last damage you take in the run. That was kind of a oversight. I should end with 8 cards in hand if possible, because one of them is being created. Or rather, there's an Insight being created, which is card draw positive, but starts in your draw pile, so... let's see, why did it stop? Imagine not perfect in the heart. Yeah, well, we don't have to imagine too hard. We didn't get perfect. He did beat us up on both of his attack turns in the first cycle. But infinite is enough for me. That makes me happy. Okay, so how do we want to end this? Because we're generating... We never played Battle Hymn, so we're just generating an Insight. How did we end up getting stopped? I don't think we can get stopped. Whatever. Ooh, we're in Divinity. That's exciting. That's going to make the combo go real fast. That's right, we gotta keep our Sundial going for the next run. Alright. Early Sundial. That's how you do that. Let's go ahead and free our fairy. We've made it to the top, fairy. Be free. Excellent. Cool. Kind of an interesting one. Just, you know, Pandora's Box, Infinite, Sundial. A lot of stuff going on. Omniscience really helped reduce the size of the deck. Bunch of powers out of the Pandora's Box. We got a way higher than expected value out of the Pandora's Box. We only expected it to remove, like, like 3 cards, but it ended up removing with 5 or 6 if you count powers as removes. So that Pandora's box really lifted a lot of weight there. But honestly, we were probably getting there even without it. This deck wanted to go infinite with the Sundial, so we just gave it some room to run, let it breathe.